Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, we are starting on behalf of the whole Vigyan Prasar family. I, Tushar, welcome you all to the day 18 of Techneev, the testimony of the community members and the change makers, which have been empowered through science and technology. Under it, this is a joint collaboration under the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences. So under this program, we it is since it is under the aegis of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So we tend to include those projects and those science development programs which have led to the empowerment of the community under through these 75 years. As is the tradition, we'll start with the glimpses that we had on the highlights from the day 17 of Techneev. The theme of the day 17 was the same as we have the same session. Like the theme was strengthening of social capital, and it was organized on 10th June. The first technology that was taken up was the computer-aided designing of the software, the DigiBunai software. This software was developed by Dr. Satyaveer Singh, Principal Research Scientist at Digital India Corporation. And with during his interaction with him, we got to know that different modules of this software has been developed to optimize the time and the creativity of the weaver. The it would be produced digitally. The after the outputs can be viewed digitally in advance before printing the original output in hardware. Under this training program, they had trained almost more than 2,500 trainees in 25 different states. And those different states were under 72 textile institutes and the training centers. A web portal is also has been developed by the Digital India Corporation, under which the user can enroll them and use their modules with the help of a manual. We also interacted with some of the change makers and beneficiaries of the DigiBanai. One of the last 16 years. He has been doing the textile designing since many time, but with the help of this software, he has been the output has been increased, and in his words, the software is very user friendly and is useful for designing purposes, especially. We also interacted with Ms. Jona Manidas. She's a costume designer and entrepreneur from Guwahati, and she said that the Dujjulmana helped to create the design as per the customer requirements, and they can preview the design according to the customer so that it gives them the satisfaction after the output is there. We also interacted with Miss Milia Devi, who worked as a trainer according to her Dijabunai. And according to her, Dijabunai is a revolutionary software for the Weaver community, and she is regularly imparting training to the Weaver community and also resolving the technical query. With the second technology was on improved technology for other manufacturing. This technology was developed by uh, uh, SV Shukla from Fragrance and Flavor Development Center, Kannauj. The main technology has already, the traditional setup was already there in the Kannauj, section, but the new technology, there were one or two improvement that had been done by Fragrance and Flavor Development Center, and this new technology has been implemented to reduce the fumes and reduce the health hazards that were there to the to the other makers, and the fuel efficiency in the process has also improved. The fuel efficiency has improved, and the fuel consumption has been reduced by 48%, and hence the overall cost of the other make of the product has also reduced. In one of the innovation that the center had implemented, it was a Teflon steel, which was used in the place of the traditional wheat flour setup, and it had improved the sealing process, which is the main reason for reducing the cost of the other that was used. And since as was highlighted by Dr. S. V. Shukla, This product, the Attar, has been acknowledged under the One District, One Product scheme of government of Uttar Pradesh, and this technology has been demonstrated under this scheme and has trained under more than 200 skilled trainees under the scheme. So the related subsidies and all the other government schemes have also been briefed upon to the trainees. We interacted with two of the beneficiaries under the same project. One was Mr. Vipul, who is running his own business under Vipur Naturals in Bareilly, Uttar Pradesh. And according to him, the quality of the product has improved, and this has helped in standardization of the product that has been developed under the technology. And with the improved version and with the improved benefits of the technology, he has employed under around 8 to 10 people in the area. We also interacted with Sri Janvi Mishra, Janvi Mishra, who was the entrepreneur of the Aditya Mint setup, and she is running her own business in Maharashtra. According to her, the quality has improved and the yield was also higher, and this has given her edge over the other entrepreneurs in the market. And she said that such technologies, improved technologies, must be disseminated to the other entrepreneurs as well. The third technology was a charcoal briquette making technique from the agro waste that we get from the fields. So we interacted with Dr. Daya Shrivastava from Krishi Vigyan Kendra, that is under the aegis of ICARs from Sitapur, Uttar Pradesh. And this charcoal briquette making technique has been developed by the KVK only at Sitapur, and they have trained around 6 to 7 trainees, and who in turn train the SHGs. Like these 6 to 7 other master trainers, and they trained more SHGs, and the ripple effect is created in the market. So these SHGs are spread around 200 villages. So in overall, around 200 villages of Sitapur district are affected. Like they have got this technology disseminated in the area. And since this model is based on the waste to wealth strategy, so this the raw material that they are using is only the fly ash that they get from the agro waste. So the briquettes that they generate are cheaper from the coal, like cheaper in the sense you. So the market is very flourishing, and the market is readily accepting their product. With this, we come to an end of the glimpses from the day 17, and we let us start with the day 18. Welcome you all, and I hand over the control to Dr. Nidhi Shrivastava.
Thank you so much, Tasha. So, as per the program schedule, we have the first technology is women-friendly farm mechanization, but due to some technical error, we are taking the second technology first, which is the coconut fiber-based livelihood program offered by the Mitra Niketan Rural Technology Center in Kerala State. The center has fabricated a coconut fiber extractor with the technology developed by the Central Koi Research Institute of Kerala. For the discussion, we have with us Dr. Raghuram Das, Joint Director, Mitra Niketan Rural Technology Center, Kerala. And as the beneficiary group, we have coconut fiber workers and entrepreneurs of Velad Panchayat from Trivandrum state of Kerala. We welcome you all, sir and ma'am. Thank you so much for giving time to us. Now, to start with, may I request Dr. Raghuram Das, sir, to, sir, please introduce yourself and give us a short brief about what is Mitra Niketan Rural Technology Center is, what is the mandate of this center, and what this center do all about. Raghuram, sir.
Thank thank you. Good afternoon. Also share the PowerPoint. My name is Dr. Raghu Ramadas, Joint Director of Mitra Niketan. Mitra Niketan is a non-profit organization that in 56. And we have those with partner this past 25 years, and we have done a number of. We also and the IC since last 40 years, we are disseminating technology in the field of agriculture as well as in. So today, I'm actually presenting one of the projects which are is by the Department of Science and Technology in 2016. It was a 3-year program because I cannot present all the technology-based projects today in a short span of time. So I'm presenting a brief project on coconut fiber because coconut tree is one of the main resources and a major tree in the state of Kerala, and the total tree can be used as a resource for different purposes. So in this program, actually we used the coconut husk, and the husk can be extracted. The fiber can be extracted from that husk, and the husk that fiber can be used for making different value-added products. Madam, is that possible to share the PowerPoint? Then you can see the
Sure,
pictures
sure, sir.
also.
I am sharing it.
Okay, okay. So I'm very happy that you invited me to make such a presentation as part of this Asadika Amard Maholtsav.
That's an honor for us also, sir. Thank you so much. Is it visible, sir?
No, it's not visible for me, unfortunately.
Tusha, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
But we can't
Sir,
see here.
So let me share it once again in that case. Is it visible now, sir?
No.
Sir, actually it is visible from our side. Everybody from here can.
Yes, from here also, Nidhi ma'am, it is visible.
The part is not see.
Sir, your voice is also breaking a lot. Am I audible to you, sir?
I'm already here. Already.
Sir, if you have
Okay, this is
presentation at your, is it visible now?
I stop. Now it is.
Okay. Let me move to the first slide, sir.
Okay,
Then.
I start the presentation. No, no, I can see from here. We take this. No, I can see.
Sir, you can start your presentation. It's if it is visible to you.
Sorry, I have started in the muted mode. Very sorry.
No problem.
Okay, this is the third slide. I will start presenting from here onwards. Sorry for that. So this is the coconut tree in the picture. The full part of the coconut tree can be used, and it is the main resource. Coconut is the main fruit from that. Coconut is used in the food, as you know, as part of different dishes. Secondly, the coconut is mainly used to extract oil. Coconut oil is one of the major products from the coconut. And secondly, the coconut husk. Once you dehusk the coconut, then the coconut husk can be used for extracting fiber and making different products. So coconut husk based program is that what I'm presenting here. Then of course I just mentioning that coconut leaf is plenty available, that is traditionally used for thatching the roof in Kerala. Today very rarely we can see. And wood is also very precious, that is also being used for construction of houses, especially the roof and all. Traditionally we have the coir industry, and the problem is it's not that mechanized. Today it is mechanized, but it is not everywhere. So I am presenting a project on the mechanization. Next slide, please. So this is the coconut husk, which you can see the man who is husking the coconut, and then the coconut husk is down in the floor. That husk is being extracted for making the fiber. The second picture is the coconut fiber. Next slide, please. So this is the technology we have introduced. This is the fiber extractor, coconut fiber extracting machine. We have adopted this technology from the Coir board, Coir Research Institute, and we have the technology from them, and we fabricated a machine here, and now we are capable of fabricating similar machines in our prototype development unit. You can see in the picture that the women are feeding coconut husk in the feeder. Then we can extract fiber on the one side and the coir pith or the dust on the other side. Next slide, please. And this is the extracted fiber. This is the second technology introduced. This is a kind of a filter for cleaning the coconut fiber. Once the it's a rotary filter, then you will get again the cleaned coconut fiber as well as the coir pith or the dust that can be used for making compost. Next slide, please. So this is another third, the latest technology introduced. This is actually the spinning. Using the using the coconut fiber, we can spin it and make into the yarn, which is called coir. So this is the technology introduced. Traditionally, the women are using the cycle rod for spinning. This is the latest technology. This is not tedious. This reduces the drudgery of women. Next slide, please. These are the three technologies we have introduced in this program so that the women are interested to join in this program without much difficulties. They can engage in this work. And also, you know that the coconut husk is plenty available in this area. Earlier, it was used for burning and all those things or being wasted. Now, this is fully utilized for extracting fiber. So this was part of a project I mentioned. As part of the project, we have established a nodal center for skill development of the women, production as well as technology transfer. And this nodal center, supported by the seed division, continue to function as a training cum production center. So this institute is transferring the technology as well as transferring the skill to the people. Over the 3-year period, we are able to impart technical skill to 105 women. That means it takes time, 35 women trained in each year. As an output, I can say that 90 women in this area is skilled in fiber extraction, spinning, value addition of different coir products from beginning to the end. We have a social capital of 90 women available in the Vellanad Panchayat for engaging in this activity, utilizing the local resources available in our area. As part of this program, we have promoted 12 household level enterprises for spinning and coir pith composting. Coir pith compost is a byproduct of the project of this activity. The pith or the dust can be used for composting. We have 5 spinning units and 7 compost making units functioning. Next slide, please. Next. Okay. This as outcome, I already mentioned that currently the nodal center is functioning as a common facility center because we cannot accommodate all the 90 women who are trained. So they used to come and use this center as a common facility center. They use the technology available in the center. And I'm very happy to say that the trained women continue to engage in this livelihood activity, and they're also utilizing the wasted natural resource or this coconut husk for income generation activities. Almost all the 90 women are one way or other way engaged in coir fiber based activities. So they are earning about 250 rupees per day from this activity by working in the nodal center. Those who are running the small enterprises at the household level are fetching an average of 3,000 rupees per month as part of their income. So another important thing is the availability of coir pith led production of organic compost, because coir pith is a mulching material that is, there is a lot of demand in the agriculture, especially in the farming sector, I mean the nurseries and all those things. This is being used for kitchen garden and all. One of our woman trainee, she will be explaining about her small enterprises on coir pit composting and its marketing and its use for farming activities. Next slide, please. And these are, I am showing some of the pictures of skill development. This is a fiber extraction. So we have trained all the 19 women in this process, but there are different processes. Some of the women are specialized in different activities. Some are specialized in fiber extraction, some are specialized in spinning, some are specialized in value addition. Likewise, different activities. They have been trained and they are engaged in those activities. Next slide. Next.
Differs, full stop.
And this is the fiber cleaning machine. That is a kind of a rotary machine, rotary filter, so that we can clean the filter in the purified fiber for production activities along with the coir pit that is used for composting. The second picture is a manual cleaning, but this machine is functioning very well. But for you to show, I have included that picture. Next picture, please. Slide. So this is the training in spinning. This is a very difficult work to learn. Once you learn, it is very easy. The women who are trained continuously for spinning using this electronic coir yarn. Now there are specialized group of women. They are engaged in this spinning. That means using the coir fiber, using the electronic rod, they make coir yarn. That is the main product used for making different value-added products. So this is the production activity. Previous slide. Yeah, these are actually not training. These are the women who are engaged in work, in the production work. They will be working from morning to till 4 o'clock, and they are earning about 250 rupees per day for these spinning activities. Next slide. And these are the value-added products. One of the main value-added product in this using the coconut fiber is the foot mats. Nowadays, foot mats are mainly replaced by this rubber and other fiber and all those things. But this is a natural fiber. This has a lot of demand. We are also not only marketing locally, we are also exporting to France. We have limited exports so that we are able to provide employment to a large group of women in these value addition activities. They are producing the coir mats using the mat frame. Next. This is again, this is a different pictures of making and finalizing, perfecting the mats. Next slide, please. So these are some of the products made by our trainees. You can see not only the coir mats, but also you can see the small garden chairs, which is seated, woven with the coir fiber, and also other bags and other handicraft products and all those things. Next slide, please. So these are some of the other pictures of the products. These are the products we used to export from here. So that there is a lot of demand and market, and also we are able to give them employment directly and also indirectly to the women who are trained over the 3-year period. Next, please. So these are some other products of the picture on the right side is the coir. That product is used for making all those value-added products. These are also being marketed in India as well as outside. Next slide, please. So this is another thing. This is the coir pit I mentioned to you. The dust from the dust collected during the process of fiber extraction. 1 ton of coir pit is mixed with the pleurotus as well as urea, and then within a 1 month process, this can be converted into good organic compost. This has a lot of demand. One of our entrepreneur is producing this coir pit and marketing 1 kilogram for 15 rupees. Especially this is having a lot of demand in the urban area for terrace garden and all. Next slide. So I'm showing a cost benefit analysis of a coir pit compost production. That means waste is also being converted into wealth. that composting of 1 ton of coir pith cost only 3,640 rupees, and it is marketed for 8,360 rupees. An average of 5,000 rupees is earned from 1 ton of coir pith, which is a waste earlier being wasted. Now this can be converted for as one of the very good organic compost. Next slide, please. So these are the linkages. As I mentioned, we are mainly linked with the research institute, which is the Coir board, for advanced training and certification. In fact, under the SEED program, Department of Science and Technology funded training, we have given training to the woman for 1 year. After that, certification is an issue because this course is not coming under NSDC program. So we have linked with the Coir board. They have given an advanced training for these women for 2 months. Actually, they know all those things, but for a training program, as part of the program, they have been trained for 2 months and certified. Now they have Government of India certification also. They are skilled and they are more confident to start their own enterprises to avail credit from the banks and all. So there are 60 women out of the 90 we have built up has been certified by the Coir board over a period of 3 years. That is one of the achievements. Then another achievement is we have a prototype development unit. In our Rural Technology Center, we are producing machineries for farm mechanization and non-farm related activities. So we collaborated with the Coir Research Institute and availed their technology for making the fiber extractor. So we are now producing and supplying this fiber extractor machine for those who are in demand. So we are one of the empaneled agencies with the Coir Research Institute, so we can produce and supply the machine. So the technology also developed on the one hand, where young youths are trained, skilled in production of this machine, along with the product development through the local women. Next slide, please. So this is the prototype development unit in which our technical persons are developing the coconut fiber extractor using the Coir board technology. Next slide, please. So this is what I can briefly present about that. I just wanted to say that the coconut husk is plenty available in this area. People are not using because the technologies are not accessible to them. Now the technologies is accessible to them, and they are utilizing the technology and their skill, making it into value-added products.
Thank you so much, sir. Really, a wealth is generated from the waste here. And sir, first of all, I just want to ask you that how you used to engage women from the villages for this training purposes. You are saying that you are collaborating with Coir Research Institute. So how you are engaging? What is the approach to engage these women for the training program? Whether you go to the society to the women's or they came to you to train us for this particular technology.
We already working with the women self-help groups. In Kerala, the village women are organized into Kudumbasri and village self-help groups, and we have linked with the local panchayat also. In fact, these women are selected from the self-help groups from the community. So those who are interested, they join for the training program because we have given them stipend also for sparing their time and compensate their wages. So we selected through the self-help groups, then they are being trained here. One of the advantages is that it is a training come production center, so they can engage in production also.
Sir, whether these women are already earlier also they used to be in the same professions or they are starting from the new from
They are not at all in the same profession because in Kerala, coir-based industry is in the central part of Kerala, like in Alleppey and in coastal area. This is on the eastern side. Here, these coconut-based activities are not at all there. So this is basically introduced in this particular area.
So, sir, is there any kind of support you provide to these women for standardization of the product and marketing of the products they are developing?
So one of the products which they are directly marketing is the coir pith compost, which has demand in the community as well as elsewhere because of the coir pith compost. As far as the other products is concerned, we are collecting from them. We supply them fiber and they will make it coir yarn. They return it back to us, and also they come and work here. So since I told you we have direct market and we have export market, all these women are they can make products and supply to us. We will collect from them, and also they can work with us. And also, if they are interested, they can directly market us.
So there has been some training for marketing to to these women.
Yes, yes. This is part of our work.
If they
as
want
well
to
as
start their own enterprise, they can they know how to market their product, how to
yes, definitely,
establish.
definitely. Especially the coir product, coir as such as direct market, coir with compost as direct market, coir mat as direct market. They can do both. They know how to do that.
So are these women able to train some other women in their community? Is it these type of examples are also there, sir?
Yes, definitely. One of the community members who are trained, she will be explaining. She is trained and she become a trainer also. Actually, our trainer also like that, and from our trained women also there are trainers. So they and actually first we have 3-year program. They have added new members from their community itself because of the potential.
Okay, so now we would like to talk to our community members, the beneficiaries which are there with us, the fiber extractor workers. May I ask them to firstly introduce themselves?
Okay, I think Anne, you can start. We have our facilitator, Anne Grishma is there. She will translate and facilitate it. We have worked. 10 people are here. Some of them are working. 5 of them are arranged to talk to you one by one. Okay, Anne, you introduce yourself and you start from there.
Yeah, Grishma.
My
Grishma,
name is
yeah.
Anvish.
Yes, sure. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
First, translating the local language spoken by the women here.
നമസ്തേ, എൻ്റെ പേര് രാജലക്ഷ്മി. ട്രെയിനിങ്ങും അപ്പം പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. പിന്നെ അതുകൂടാതെ ഒരു ട്രെയിനിങ് സർട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ ലഭിച്ചു. പിന്നെ ജോലിയിൽ കൂടാതെ ടെക്നോളജി വന്ന മാറ്റം കഴിച്ചെടുത്ത് സ്വയമേ തല്ലിയാണ് എടുത്തിരുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ മെഷീൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് അത് നമ്മുടെ ജോലിയൊക്കെ എടുത്ത് മാറ്റാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. ഈ ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. കാരണം 12 വർഷം പോകാതിരിക്കുന്നവരായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പോ ഇവിടെ വന്ന് ഫുൾ ടൈം എൻഗേജ്ഡ് ആയതുപോലെ തോന്നുന്നു. പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ഇൻകം കിട്ടുന്നു. അതിൽ നിന്ന് സാറ്റിസ്ഫൈഡ് ആയിട്ട് ജീവിതം പോകുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
First beneficiaries. Okay. So my name is Rajalakshmi. After completing 1-year training, I have been working here in production unit. After the completion of 1-year training, I have also got 2-month training from Choir Board, which is and also received the certificate from Government of India. Then what attracted me to this work was the raw material, which is coconut husk. Mostly it is easily available, but mostly wasted. So earlier what they do was it was used like manually. They used to convert the coconut husk into fiber, but now since the technology is available, drudgery has been reduced, and because of which they extract the fiber from the coconut husk, and that is much more much more ease, and she can work better. Earlier she was unemployed for 12 years. Now she is able to get earning from this work, which has increased her self confidence, and for which she is very much satisfied and happy. So this is the coconut husk and the fiber which is extracted from the coconut husk.
That's lovely, Rajlakshmi ji. Rajlakshmi ji, I just want to ask that how your quality of your life has been enhanced by by being employed using this coir extraction unit and the coir processing unit.
എനിക്ക് സീറോ ബാലൻസ് ആയിരുന്നു എന്റെ ഏണിങ്സ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്, പ്രോഫിറ്റ് എനിക്ക് സേവിങ്സ്. ഇപ്പൊ അത് 6,000 ആയി മാറി. ഞാനൊരു മാസത്തിൽ 24 ദിവസം ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നു. പിന്നെ നേരത്തെ കുട്ടികളുടെ കാര്യം മാത്രമാണ് യും വീടിന്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡിന്റെ കാര്യം. ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് ഒരു വലിയ ഒരു സാധ്യത ഈ ജോലിയിൽ കാണാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത് സ്വന്തമായിട്ട് തുടങ്ങണം എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ട്. അങ്ങനെ ഇപ്പൊ മുന്നോട്ട് പോണത്.
So what she's saying is, earlier her earning was 0. Now she is able to earn 6,000 per month. That is, if she works 24 days a month, she has managed to earn 6,000, which she can use in children's education and other family uses. So she is seeing more opportunities in this sector, and that has made her satisfied and more confident.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, Rajalakshmi ji, have you communicated to your community members, to your friends, your relatives, that how the employment or using these technologies can help in uplifting your lifestyle or your life, lead to a better life? Have you communicated to your friends, your relatives?
കാരണം ഞാൻ ഈ ജോലിക്ക് വന്നെന്ന് കേൾക്കുമ്പോ തന്നെ എല്ലാവർക്കും കൗതുകമാണ്. ഇതെങ്ങനെയാണ് ഈ ജോലി ചെയ്യണേന്നുള്ള കൗതുകം എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ എന്നെ പോലെയുള്ള അൺഎംപ്ലോയിഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഇത് കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയിരിക്കും, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള സ്കീമുകളും ട്രെയിനിങ്ങും എന്ന് എനിക്ക് കൂടുതലായിട്ട് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്.
So whenever the other members from her community listens about her story, they get more curious about the opportunities in this sector, and they ask about these how this technology work and how they can also join in this sector.
Okay, thank you so much, Rajalakshmi. Ms. Joshi, I can see few more members are there. May I know who are the other members? Can they introduce themselves to us?
Thank
Second
you.
number.
നമസ്കാരം, എൻ്റെ പേര് റംജു. ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ ഒരു വർഷത്തെ ട്രെയിനിങ് പൂർത്തിയാക്കി ഇവിടെ ജോലിക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇത്രയും വർഷം ഞാൻ വീട്ടിലെ ഒരേ കണക്കിന് വീട്ടുകാര്യങ്ങൾ നോക്കിയിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ ഭയങ്കര സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. രാവിലെ റെഡി എല്ലാ ജോലി ഒതുക്കി ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വരുന്നുണ്ട്, എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും നോക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവിടുത്തെ എനിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമുള്ള ജോലി തന്നെയാണിത്. ഇവിടെ തന്നെ കയറ് ഉണ്ടാക്കി മാറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ജോലി ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാം കുറെ പേരുണ്ട് ഇവിടെ. ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും നല്ല സന്തോഷമായിട്ടാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇതിൽ നിന്നിട്ട് കിട്ടുന്ന വരുമാനം എൻ്റെ വീട്ടിലെ മക്കള് ഫീസിനൊക്കെ വേണ്ടി ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. വളരെ ഹാപ്പിയാണ്. അത്രേ എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളൂ. ഇതിവിടെ ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ കയറ്.
She has also completed 1-year training and followed by 2-month certified training. Then she was also unemployed earlier. Now she is earning well, and which helps her to support her family and children's education, which has made her really happy and satisfied. This is the this was like she learned spinning, and she is specialized in spinning. This was done by her.
Sorry, and Grishma, I forget ma'am's name. Do you have
Ramju,
tell?
Ramju.
Sorry?
Ramju.
Ramju.
Her name is Ramju.
Okay, Miss Ramju. We just want to know that if you have faced any type of resistance from the society when you want to do this job or taking it as a job opportunity, what type of resistance you have faced in the society, if there are any?
അല്ല, വീട്ടില് ഹസ്ബൻഡ് ആദ്യം ഏതൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു ഇത്രയും ദിവസം പോയില്ലല്ല, ഇനി പോണ്ട എന്നുള്ള ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു എന്ന് പോയി നോക്കാം, പറ്റുമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചെയ്യാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മതിയാക്കി ട്രെയിനിങ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് മതിയാക്കാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു. അപ്പോ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഞങ്ങൾ ഇത്തിരി ദൂരം നിന്നാണ് വരണത്, വണ്ടി ഓടിച്ച് വരും, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. അപ്പം പിന്നെ ഇപ്പൊ സന്തോഷം തന്നെ എല്ലാവർക്കും, മക്കൾക്കായാലും. ഇത്രയും ദിവസം വരാത്തത് കൊണ്ട് മക്കൾക്കൊക്കെ ആദ്യം ഒരു ഇതായിരുന്നു വീട്ടിലെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ. ഇപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരും ഹാപ്പിയാണ്.
At first, her husband used to restrict her. Then later on, when they came to know that she is happy and satisfied with the work, they all support her now. Even her children support her for coming to this work.
So we can conclude that once you are earning, your lifestyle has changed and the perspective has been changed towards you and your family. Thank you, Ramju. Some other
Thank you.
members are also there, I think from the Coyote Compost Enterprises, as Raghuram sir is saying. Namaste, ma'am.
എന്റെ പേര് ശ്രീലത. ഞാനൊരു കയർപിത്ത് കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് യൂണിറ്റ് നടത്തുന്ന ആളാണ്. എന്റെ ഈ യൂണിറ്റിൽ എന്റെ അടുത്ത പ്രദേശങ്ങളിലുള്ള സ്ത്രീകളും ഇൻവോൾവഡ് ആണ്. ഞാൻ ഈ യൂണിറ്റിൽ, അതായത് തൊണ്ടിൽ നിന്ന് ചകിരി എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ ചകിരിയിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്ന വേസ്റ്റ് ഏകദേശം ഒരു 60-70% കയർ പിത്താണ് എടുക്കുന്നത്. ആ പിത്ത് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഞാൻ കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നു. അതിന്റെ കൂട്ടത്തിൽ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് മഷ്റൂം വിത്തുകളും ചാണകപ്പൊടി കൂടാതെ യൂറിയ, ഇത് മൂന്നും കൂടി ചേർത്താണ് ഇത് കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. ഈ കമ്പോസ്റ്റ് വിപണിയിൽ 1 കിലോയ്ക്ക് 15 രൂപ വെച്ച് ഞാൻ വിൽക്കുന്നു. കൂടാതെ എൻ്റെ വീട്ടിൽ കൃഷിക്കും അയൽ വീടുകളിലെല്ലാം ഈ വളമാണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ വളരെ സാറ്റിസ്ഫാക്ട് ആണ്. എനിക്ക് ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് നല്ലൊരു വരുമാനം ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്.
My name is Srilata. I run a compost unit, and women near my area also have been working in that unit. I am able to get 60% coir pit compost from the fiber extracted from coconut husk, and 1 kg of the coir pit compost cost around 15 rupees, and it is sold in the market, from which we get a good amount of income. And it is also a good kitchen compost.
So
And she also supplies this to the nearby families, neighborhood families.
Srilata ji, as you are telling that the neighboring women are also associated with you. So how many women are there are working with you right now in your
10
compost
ladies,
unit?
10 women are coming my units.
So how much they are earning, ma'am? The women are associated with you.
10%.
Okay, ma'am. So, and do you got any training in marketing of those products or any help from Mitra Niketan for the marketing of your products or the coir compost?
Yes, Techneev help you.
Training in the marketing, training very detailed.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Srilata ma'am, for sharing your feedbacks and suggestions with you. At the last, I just want to ask you if you have any suggestions for us to improve, and if you have any comments or any feedback that these facilities need to be required, you from your side, you can share it with us on this platform.
Thank you.
Suggestion and
Srilata ma'am, Raghuram sir, Raju ma'am, all the participants from this technology.
I just wanted to add that Srilata was telling about the coir pit compost. She is supplying to
Sorry for the
different
interruption,
age-
sir. There is some internet issue at my side. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, now you are audible.
So Raghuram sir and all the beneficiaries, Srilata ma'am, Raju ma'am, do you have any suggestions or comments or feedbacks? Yes, sir.
Okay. Srilata,
Sorry, sir.
No. Suggestions.
Please, sir. Please, sir.
I would like to tell that, the thing is, our people, they are generally reluctant to start their own unit. The reason is that, the local wage in Kerala is very high. Suppose they go for employment guarantee scheme, they get about 250 rupees to 300. If they go for other work, they will be fetching 500 and more. Kerala wage rate is very high, so all production unit has a problem that they can't earn and share that much profit from a unit. That is one of the things. But if there is a support for technology-based development of the unit, then there is a small group of 1 to 5 or 5 to 10 people can build up production activity at a viable way, economically viable way. So economic viability is one of the important things, on the one hand. This is just I wanted to share with you. Am I not audible to you?
Thank you so much, Raghuram sir, and all the participants from the Wayanad district today who are with us and share
Trivandrum
their
district.
feedback. Yeah, from the Trivandrum district, who share their feedback with us. Thank you so much, sir, for giving your time to us. Now, moving ahead with the second technology, I hand over the stage to Ms. Savi Shinde.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am. Good afternoon to all. Under a project entitled Women-Friendly Farm Machineries Bank, implemented by Central Institute of Agricultural Engineering, Coimbatore, where women-friendly farm tools was developed and implemented especially for tribal and rural women to reduce drudgery, enhance the mechanized cultivation processes. Today, on 18th day of Techneev session 2, we'll have discussion on women-friendly farm mechanization in various agricultural implements with Dr. R. Senthil Kumar sir, scientist from ICAR, CIAE. Sir will introduce us about this technology. This project was sanctioned by DST's seed division, and as a change maker, we have two self-help group with us, Carrot Vyavasaya from Irud and Lingam and Shivam SSG group from Salem district. Welcome to all. Sir, please brief us about this technology.
Thank you, madam. Madam, my voice is audible?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Very sorry for our late joining because of some technical issue here. So
It's okay,
myself, I would like to introduce Dr. R. Senthil Kumar, working as a senior scientist, agriculture extension at Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering, ICAR Institute at Coimbatore. And I am along with my co-PA, Dr. Uttam also here. He is principal scientist, farm machinery scientist, and also I have invited our project implemented beneficiary along with us. They have come since morning. They are sitting here, and we have taken this very important project on woman-friendly mechanization package to the tribal areas. So we have established through DST funded. This is the pioneering model, in a very innovative model. Woman-friendly technology park, machinery bank also we can say, in two tribal sites we have developed. So once we have established these two the farm machinery bank, so owned by those four self-help group, and now last 1.5 year continuously they are giving those machinery implements and tools to the nearer fellow farmers as well as nearer villages for as a custom hearing model. So they are earning a rental business consistently. Despite of this pandemic time also, they earned consistently through this custom hearing model, and
Sir, some internet connectivity issue is there.
Madam, shall I? Yeah. First slide. Yeah, just in brief, because I have more slides, but I can briefly describe what our activities are being undertaken in this project. So this is the important project we have taken, and the 3-year project as a tribal areas. The total fund outlay was nearly 34 lakhs here. Please, next slide, madam. So as we know, the research gap of this project, these are the important points are there, like 90% of rural women are still unskilled, and right now there are mostly women, they don't have the control over their land and productive assets existing as their resources at villages as well as remote areas. And you know, the wages also definitely 30 to 50% less than compared to the men. And all the parameters I don't want to highlight, because the research gap it is still existing in the backward, even remote tribal villages. This is the points. Madam, next slide, please. And the 5 important objectives we have taken in this project. That is, the first objective is the existing factors which promoting women-led mechanization in the tribal areas, that we have taken in different dimensions like social, economical, technological. So like the dimension we have undertaken this project. And next one, we have continuously we have given the interventions exclusively women-friendly mechanization area. So because we are the pioneer in the farm machinery as well as the post-harvest technology in all over the country, so we have the package of machineries. So among those our proven technologies, potential technologies, we have selected only adaptable technology to the particular tribal area. So those package only we have selected, and we have given the capacity building over there. And the third one is the important one, because the DST fund, we have established 2 important farm machinery bank at tribal villages. There's a pioneer model over there. And later, once established, we made cross-functional linkages with those developmental agencies like land department, other stakeholders. We have made linkages with those existing agencies over there, and for successful continuation of this project. And finally, we have taken the feedback of those project implementation from the beneficiaries. Next, madam. So this is the technical program of this project. So we have identified the potential tribal women group, because you know, more than 3.5 lakh SKGs are existing in our Tamil Nadu. But among our implemented project sites, we have had continuous meeting with our line departments, agriculture, revenue departments. So we have selected successfully running potential group only we have selected. So through those group, we have given the our intervention capacity building of those women-friendly mechanization package to those women group, and we have given continuous demonstrations, capacity building, all the participatory plan activities for making the market linkage. Because you know, those tribal areas, they don't have the access of recent advanced farm machinery innovations over there. So our successful proven methodologies only we have taken over there, and we have provided in farm machinery bank for making the mechanized cultivation over in the remote areas. Then we studied the adoption, knowledge gain of those women farmers and fellow farmers, and we made continuous monitoring, impact evaluation also we have done, and still we are making continuous follow-up with those existing farm machinery bank activity, madam. Next. So this is the study area. 2 project sites we have selected, because the tribal villages in potential area is in Salem district, because they have more than 30,000 tribal population over there. So we have selected that Salem district in one block, Bethanagam block, as well as in Erode district, Erode, that rainfed region, that is coming under the Satyamagalam Tiger Reserve. So we have selected that is a rainfed crop, and the Salem district is irrigated crop, because this is irrigated means they are having a variety of crops like paddy, sugarcane, all the variety of crops are growing over there. So our farm machinery intervention can do much over there, as well as we have selected the rainfed crop also in Tiger Reserve area. Next, man. So this is our target beneficiary. We have given nearly focusing that ST population over there nearly 240 numbers along with the other fellow population over there, and we focus the percentage of the SC/ST population project in a minimum 25 to 40% over there, as well as we have calculated that average income level per household is 1,500 per month, and through our intervention how much it has been increased, like that we will give in coming slides, madam, please. So these are the deliverables also we have studied here. Please, madam, this is, you can go quickly, madam. So we studied all their existing deliverables as well as that. Next, madam. Indicators also we have studied, crop production and other parameters, source indicator. So this is the important slide, which are my third objective of this establishment of the woman friendly machinery bank. So this is the country, you can say country's first tribal woman machinery bank, because we have given the package of equipments in the rainfed area at Talavadi block as well as the Salem district. So we have given the nearly 16 important tool and implements to the needy beneficiaries over there. So 2 sites we have developed there. Second, next month. So what are the delivered implements means? We can say seed drill, full type manual transplanter means that is for paddy, manual seed cum fertilizer planter, battery operated sprayer, manually guided power weeder. These all the equipments are being operated by women only. We can say wheel hoe, direct paddy seeder, puna weeder, donut decadicator, maize seller. You see in the picture, even that local MLA and other dignitaries also came for distribution program, or they have keen interest on the functioning of this our project, and they have witnessed over there, and they have given very good support of our ongoing project over there. Next, please. And second phase also we have delivered this root vegetable washer, multi-millet thresher, soak and bud chipper, even crowbar, tree climber, chop cutter, other tools also. Among the 16 machineries, some we can say 2 to 3 machineries are power operated, because mostly the machines we have given are manual operated, but we can say this power weeder, root vegetable washer, multi-millet threshers are power operated. So we have given the continuous training, and they are now very well versed with these machines, and they are operating there. Next, madam. So some of the field interventions I would like to show here. You see the manual seed cum fertilizer drill. So this is being operated for their own field, and they are giving hiring aspect also. So it will give the seed drill as well as the fertilizer drill also. Next, madam. This is power operated weeder. You see the women itself, they will run this 1 HP motor power operated petrol engine. So they are operating in the maize field as well as the vegetable field and the lemon field also. So they themselves they are operating, and they are giving a rental basis. Next. And we see here hand hoe, manual operated sprayer also, maize seller also. Next. And the important machinery, this is millet thresher, madam, because we have given the tribal area that Talavadi, there is millet hub, we can say millet catchment area. So already we are working there for millet production as well as de-hilling machine we have given, and through our tribal other projects. But through this project we have implemented this important machine, because this is very innovative, advanced machine. For only one machine can thresh all the five variety of the millets, like barnyard, foxtail, bodo, brasso, little millet. So all the 5 millets in a single machine can thresh within 1 hour nearly 300 to 400 kg of the straw we can thresh. So this is very big boon for them, and they are very happy to run this machine for their entire season. So they are very much happy, and they are asking another machine also now, please. And we have implemented this tree climber, coconut tree climber. You know, now women itself, they are having well trained, and we are having our own university DNA model, Kerala model, and our entrepreneur model. So we have given university model, and they are climbing, and they are very keen interest on taking these machines to the rental business. And the second is the root vegetable washer, because in carrot and radish, they are well grown over there. So for kitchen aspect or for commercial aspect, they themselves they are processing those cleaning up this carrot and radish through this machine, and they are very happy with this innovative technology. So this is the first time we are introducing these machines over there, and we have given the hand about seed planter, fertilizer, even groundnut digger also. Next month. Next. And bud cutting machine, because that is a sugarcane growing area in Bethanakembalam block. So recent technologies are in through bud chipping technology. So pro tray they will grow, and they can save even seed cost also, manual labor cost also, even operation cost also. Through this innovative machine we have given, they are operating very very nicely. Even chop cutter also we have introduced, corner weeder, even paddy transplanter. This is also very important machine, because this is first time we have innovatively implemented, and they are very successfully giving in a rental basis over there. Next, ma'am. And next is I would like to highlight here. These are the tribal women group. They have formed 2013, and previously only 13 members only existing. Because of the success of the program, they are continuously getting sustained income. So those they left initially 4 members, they have joined because of the visibility of the program and success of the project. They have joined, and this is the Hill Cooperative Bank. They are maintaining the account, and they have rental earned despite of the pandemic time. Nearly 28,000 they have earned, and gross income also we have calculated, because this is total income of fixed cost and variable cost and other labor cost also. So this much amount in 2 project sites they have earned here. Next, madam. So this is a measuring bank records, which bank they are having the account, and what are the activities, transactions, and we can witness over here. And we made continuously the COVID awareness campaign also over there among the tribal beneficiaries over there. Next, madam. We can skip it because some of the research highlights will come. I would highlight only 2-3 points in coming slides, madam. The socio-economic characters of the women SHE, pooled one. Next, madam. This also the what are the socio and economic characteristics of those selected beneficiaries. Next, madam. And we can see here the machinery intervention before and after adoption. Because before adoption, they are having the knowledge level of this package of machineries. And next, madam, this is the pre-test and post-test also we have calculated. If interestingly, we would like to see here corner weeder, millet thresher, and root vegetable washer. They are having very only 0 knowledge only. After our intervention, they have gained this much knowledge of knowledge on those package of machineries. Next slide, madam. So the T value also is showing the significant value. So we can say nearly 36% of the mean value they have gained through our intervention here. Please, next. And logistics irrigation also we have run, and we would like to see here education level, extension contact, and income. These 3 variables are directly and significant impact on their adoption level and knowledge gain over here. Please, next, madam. And adoption also. During previously we have seen the knowledge level, even adoption also before intervention or after intervention, definitely it has been increased their adoption level. And industrially we can see we have taken only 4 important SHG only, and the other members are indirect beneficiaries. So compared to the indirect beneficiaries, direct beneficiaries they are having the more adoption. So that's why they are very happy, and they are giving the rental business over here, and they are getting consistent income through the farm machinery bank. Next, madam. So we have talked through these constraints, because this is also very important. Those tribal women, because of the lack of this other issues like geographical issues or political issues, they are the existing area among the 10 important, only highlight only 1 point, madam. There they are having only size of land only is very small. There is a big problem there. Scattered and undeveloped field is the second important constraint. So these are the important. Still, if you see last point, still many people they are having the less belief on farm tools and machines. because being the remote area, they are having still less belief on the advanced machineries. Next, madam. And through this project, we have made many publications, bulletins, and even operation manual. And industrially, we have conducted national webinar also. We have conducted last year. One of the women empowerment, we have conducted national webinar also. Next, madam. These are the points already I have mentioned. This is the country's pioneer model. So totally we have conducted 15 important capacity building program. So totally the 529 benefits they have taken part of through this project. Next, madam. This is a national webinar we have conducted last year. Resilience and cope-up strategies in pandemic through agriculture and engineering interventions, especially women's perspective. So all over the country, more than 250 participants and evening speakers, they have given the very good highlight for the success of our DDG also chaired for our this training webinar program. Through this project, we have constructed one important research workshop in our center for continuous refinement and fabrication of those women-friendly tools over here. Next, madam. This is the technology transferred through this our project. 10 important technologies from our technology, CA technology, and remaining 5 from the our sister institutes. We have transferred to the field, especially for the tribal beneficiaries. Next, madam. And we made many publications, outreach programs through this project, like daily magazines. Next, madam. Even Types of India also we have published our success stories. Next, madam. And recently the one more magazines also we have published our success stories. Impact, if you would like to see here, we have calculated technical, social, ecological, and economic. So among those 4 important parameters, if you see social indicators, social indicator, the increasing positive competition for more production, that is a very important impact among those beneficiaries, and it is fetching first rank. And entrepreneurship, because this is a custom hearing model, that's why entrepreneurship is getting the 2nd rank, and number of family workshop is 3rd rank, employment opportunities 4th rank, and SHG group cohesiveness, because very importantly you are taking this today's program, social capital. In social capital, you also mentioned many parameters are existing. So in the among the social capital, group cohesiveness, group solidarity, and trust, credibility, definitely it is all being here enhanced through this project. Next, madam. This is ecological parameter and economic parameters also here. It is showing their impact of this project among the tribal beneficiaries. Next, madam. So some of the field relevance I would like to highlight here. Already I shown here this, madam. Yeah. Please. So this is the e-bulletin also we have published, because this is the compendium. It is for very big output for entire South India. This is the package of machineries. Nearly 16 to 17 machineries for benefit of all the stakeholders over here. Next, madam. So finally, I want to conclude here. Through this project, we can see mostly the benefits are old age, and their 46% are coming under the old age, and they are having 100% female respondents. 36% of middle education they have, 50% of the marginal category, and the important output is innovative. 2 machinery banks are being established over there. And before intervention and after intervention of this program, mean knowledge gain is highly significant with the score of 36%. And these are the logistic analysis and mean adoption scores are showing the positive indication with the project adoption level. Next, madam. And high priority machinery, madam. This is finally I would like to highlight. We have given 16 machineries, but which is the highest demanded machineries means we can see power weeder, sprayer, millet thresher, and root vegetable washer. Because these machineries are very much highly demanded by them. Continuously it is running a whole year, and they are asking the many more machineries, and we have giving the support through other projects also, and they are having a consistent income. So we will help through our collaborative manufacturer to purchase their small this power weeder as well as the battery sprayer also. Next, madam. And finally, if you see the what is the outcome of this project means in economic way, definitely this project is increased the mechanized cultivation, crop productivity, and their income at least 27% of their annual income, and the employment generation also, if you see 10 to 15 man days of additional employment are being generated, and the social capital, importantly, we can say team spirit, group cohesiveness, solidarity, trust, credibility, everything definitely it is being increased through this project. And ecological perspective, you see climate smart farming initiative, because that is forest virgin lands. So once we are implementing these small tools and implements, so definitely showing the crop residue burning is already minimized, and even herbicide, weedicide operation also being minimized. Next, madam. Yeah, thank you for giving the opportunity for my presentation, and we are ready with our my project beneficiaries, and we can interact. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for this detailed presentation. Sir, excellent work is done by CIEE team for tribal women by improving their technical skills. Sir, we just want to know that did this institution face any challenges during technical absorptions of the technology by this community?
Technical, no, madam, only because of the COVID, only COVID issue only, madam.
Because technical absorption by this woman is, I think it might be, you may have, the institute may have faced some problems. They won't be easily accepted that machineries.
Yeah, definitely, madam, because we have more than 100 technologies. Among the 100 technologies, we are selected our team, because our this is being selected by our ergonomics and economics study team, our director and our project coordinator and our commercial scientist. We have made one team, and we choose on the technology, tools and implement, which is mainly important for those beneficiaries. Then we have purchased and we have given, madam.
Okay. Yeah, some type of survey has been conducted, sir, for this?
Yeah, definitely, madam.
Okay. Through survey, you have selected this
technology.
Okay, okay. So through that survey, you have interacted with the beneficiary directly?
Definitely.
To know about this technology, that which will be the best suitable for that region?
Yeah, we have conducted need assessment survey.
Need assessment.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, with the help of that only.
Yeah.
So any other challenges did we faced during this 3 years of project work?
No, madam.
No challenges we have faced. Excellent work. Okay. So one more thing I want to know about the maintenance and repairing of this machineries.
Yeah, good question, madam. Because we have established this machinery bank, and they are getting consistent income. So very minor repair and maintenance means they themselves they are doing. And if any big issue means, through our institute, we will definitely we will take up through our institute level to make for consistent running of this machinery bank over there.
Okay, so the SSG group is taking care of that, or the bank is taking care of that? Of that maintenance or repairing?
SSG only.
SSG only, they are taking care of this maintenance and repairing. Okay.
Yeah.
So one question I want to know that, like, this bank have the tools with them, right? Yeah. Machineries is with them. So if suppose some beneficiary want to rent that machinery, but that beneficiary don't know how to handle that instrument or machine. So in that case, how this institute help or this SSG group support them?
Yeah, good, madam. Because in my slide, I saw nearly 15 operation and maintenance of trainings we have given. Now they are very much skilled, and if that's first point. Second point, if any member they want to take separate rent means, they are having the rental separately for other people. Some amount they have fixed for their own group people means, some other amount they have fixed as a rent.
But along with the machinery, they have to rent a technical person also.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So even if suppose that that machinery is an easy working one, so the beneficiary can directly use that, or either they can rent a person along with the machineries.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. So can we have an interaction with the beneficiary?
Yeah, please.
Okay, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am.
Sangeeta.
Please introduce yourself.
Madhu. She is Mrs. Sangeeta. She is Mrs. Madhu.
Sangeeta and Madhu, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. From which self-help group, ma'am, is?
Group Shivam Group. Salam. Yeah. Shivam Group.
Shivam Group. Oh, from Salam.
Yeah.
Okay. And Madhu, ma'am, is from?
Both are same Shivam Group.
Both are from the same group. Okay. So just tell me about their work.
Which one, madam? Tell me about their work.
Ask them to tell me about work in SSG group. How they work.
வேற என்ன குழுல என்ன வேலை செய்றீங்க? மெஷின் ரெண்டு அது போக வேற என்ன இது அது இல்ல என்ன வேலை செய்றீங்க இது பண்ணிட்டு வேலைக்கு போறீங்க அப்புறம் வேற என்ன மாதிரி வேலை? Madam, mainly they are working as agricultural laborers.
Agricultural laborers.
Yeah.
Okay, means they are working on they are using the machineries.
Machineries is
they
now
are helping to.
Yes. Yeah, machineries is now only last 1.5 year only they are using these machineries, and consistently they are using agricultural laborers only. They are working as laborers only. Yes.
So which machineries they are using?
என்னென்ன யூஸ் பண்றீங்க மேடம்?
கேரட் அங்கு க்ளீன் பண்றதுக்கு மேடம் இது பவர்ல தான் எங்களுக்கு தேவைப்படாது முக்கியமா வேணும். அப்புறம் களை வெட்டுற மிஷின் கொடுத்துருக்காரு. அப்புறமே ஸ்ப்ரேயர் கொடுத்துருக்காரு மேடம். தட்டு வெட்டுறது.
They are telling is battery sprayer and this weeder, power weeder, kind of power weeder. The first one she told that is vegetable washer, carrot washer, carrot and radish washer she told, and she told that chop cutter.
Chop cutter.
So, yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, both.
Both of them were using the same machineries.
Yes,
means they are expert in this use of this four machines.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you, madam. And how they are, means how this machine training of this machinery have helped them to increase their livelihood generation.
இந்த மெஷினிங்னால எந்த அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்கு வாழ்வாதாரம் பணம் எவ்வளவு வருது, வாடகை வருது?
பணம் வாரம்னா ஒருத்தர் வந்து யாரோ ஒருத்தர் கிளீன் பண்றதுக்கு கொடுத்தாங்களா, அது வந்து மாசத்து கணக்கெல்லாம் இல்ல, ஒரு டைம் கணக்கு தான். கலங்கு கிளீன் பண்றதுக்கு 50 ரூபாயும் கொடுவாங்க. அது எவ்வளவு நேரம் டைம் ஓடுதோ அவ்வளவுதான். மாதிரி வண்டி உழவு ஓட்டுறதுக்கு கொடுத்தோமாக்க மணிக்கு 100 ரூபா. அதை கொடுத்து நாங்க இப்ப சேமிப்பு சேர்த்து வச்சிருக்கோம் மேடம். சேர்த்து வச்சு
She is telling madam that root vegetable washer means per day basis they are earning, and power weeder and battery sprayer means per hour 100 rupees they are earning. Yes,
and this on rental, so they are earning in daily basis.
Yes, for daily basis for one machine. Another is per hour basis.
Okay, hour basis is also.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to know from Sangeeta ma'am that from where they got to know about this training program.
Training எப்படினா எப்படி தெரியும் உங்களுக்கு?
சரி சார் தான் எங்களுக்கு தெரியாது, சார் தான் கொடுத்தாரு.
Our from our CA we have given training like this. She is telling.
Okay. Thank you ma'am, thank you. And so is this technology is helping them to support their family also?
இதனால உங்களுக்கு ஃபேமிலிக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ண இந்த மிஷின்ல ஓட்டுறதுனால
பரவாயில்லை சார், ஒண்ணும்
ஃபேமிலிக்கு எப்படி சப்போர்ட் ஆகுது?
குடும்பத்துக்கு பிரயோஜனமா இருக்கான்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
கொஞ்சம் வேலை மீதியாகுது.
டைம் சேவ் ஆகுது. குழந்தை படிக்கிறாங்க அப்படி சொன்னாங்க. குழந்தை படிக்கிறாங்க, பசங்க ஸ்கூல் ஃபீஸ்
கட்டுறதுக்கு.
They are telling for children's education like school fees or their daily family expenses.
They can meet out.
Yeah, they are meeting out from those income.
So So did they face any problem after did they face any incidents or any accidents while using these machineries, or they are comfortable with this? Any incidents did happen with them? So it is in user-friendly technologies. All the machineries is very user-friendly.
Till date, there is no such incidents, madam.
Excellent.
Carefully handling.
Okay, excellent one. And I think so that machineries is also so user-friendly.
Yeah.
So they are very happy to use this.
One point, madam, here that those machines are ergonomically designed.
Okay.
We have selected those 16 machines ergonomically designed. That's why it won't give that much any issue. It won't give discomfort of them.
Okay, excellent, sir. Thank you very much, Sangeeta ma'am and Madhu ma'am, for sharing your experience.
The last one point they were asked.
Yeah.
They're expecting power tiller because this budget we haven't even tractor or power tiller like big machine they are expecting.
Okay. Just let me know that did they want any support?
Yeah, that's support only. So no time, sir. That's support. Support.
பவர் டில்லர் வேணும் மேடம், டிராக்டர் வேணும். அப்புறம் தான் தேவைன்னா நான் சார் கிட்ட சொல்லி கிட்ட கேட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன்ல. இது முன்னாடி எங்களுக்கு இதான் வேணும் இப்ப.
Right now they are expecting tractor and power tiller.
Tractor and power tiller.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. It was nice talking with you.
Thank you.
So, Cynthia sir, just one last question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how would we conclude that this technologies or the machineries has been able to address their community issues and problems?
Definitely, madam. We can say obviously also these woman-friendly technologies are very much needful for them. So we are transferring these package messages to the needy area. So they are very much happy because they are feeling as esteemed members in their society. They are now esteemed members because previously they are running behind husband and they are taking their own household expenses. Now they are the entrepreneur and independently they are earning. So husbands are now coming behind of their income through this housewife. So they are very much esteemed. They are feeling esteemed. So that much of empowerment they are having right now.
And currently the bank have 16 instruments with them, sir. Yeah. 16 machineries are there. Yes, so all the two banks, both the banks which you have established, both the banks have the 16 instrument machineries.
According to the cropping pattern, we have given 8 machine over there. And another project said 8 because cropping pattern is vary. Paddies vary. So we have splitted these machines. And another point I would like to say, we have given the machinery to them. And after 2-3 years, they will mortgage. Suppose it may happen. So that's why we are monitoring. We have taken the bond also. Even that agreement also we have taken through our institute and through those office bearers of the SH group. So 3 years they won't sell or they won't get mortgage. So like that mechanism we are having. So now luckily very smoothly it is going right now.
Okay, Miss One. Based on their income, they are increasing the machineries worth there.
Yes.
Okay, based on their income, they are adding one more machineries in that.
Yes, madam.
They
are able to purchase the sprayer and the power weeder.
Okay. So, is there any bank support we are providing them?
No, madam. Right now there is.
We are not supporting any. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for enlightening us with this machineries development developed by ICAR and CIE, which has a great impact on the life of tribal women, where the crop production is improved and also increased the profit. Thank you once again. Over to Prabhat sir for third session of today's program.
Thank you, sir. Let's start with the third session. This is about technology, agricultural-based technologies and equipment on drudgery reduction. I will start this session with inviting Dr. S Nagaret. Sir, please switch on your camera. Dr. K. Selvarani and Mr. N. Paramanathanam. I welcome all three of you.
Yes, Baba. I am not sure. Selvarani is there. I am not sure that Paramanandam is able to connect from the remote place, sir. But anyway, we have the recorded videos of he had already sent. Paramanandam sent recorded video, so that he is there. He is there. If he cannot be able to broadcast there, we can able to from here.
So we will do as you guide and as you suggest, sir. No problem.
Definitely.
So first I'll take the opportunity to introduce. Please mute. Whoever is not talking, please mute. Okay. So Dr. S Nagaret is a professor and head of the department in Department of Communication, School of Linguistics and Communication at Madurai Kamaraj University. He has been associated with engaging masses for communicating science and technology, and he has conducted various programs under and has been supported by Department of Science and Technology. He has been associated with project of SNT communication on drudgery reduction and health and nutrition for tribal women in Tamil Nadu. For this activity, he has traveled extensively to the Koli Hills area in several districts of Tamil Nadu, like Panchamalai, Tiruchirappalli, Salem, and Tiruchirappalli. Okay, and he has been associated with sensitizing more tribal women and more school-going girls for health issues, as well as agriculture-based technology development in equipment. He has been associated with several books editing and translation in the local languages. He has been awarded with he has written a book on fake news and disinformation by UNESCO. He is guiding 30 MPhil and 7 PhD scholar students who are teaching and in visual communication. So I welcome you, Dr. S Nagaret. We have with us also Dr. K. Selvarani. She is a change maker who is a doctorate in agricultural, who is doctorate from in agriculture from College of Research Institute in from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University in Madurai. She has various research papers and articles. She has been associated with this program of drudgery reduction in Koli Hills as a trainer. She has also received Best Teaching Competence Award from Kalasilangam Institute, where she is currently associated as Assistant Professor and HOD in Department of Horticulture, Kalasilangam School of Agriculture, Tamil Nadu. So I also welcome Dr. K. Selvarani. Over to you, Dr. S. Nagaret, sir, for introducing the technologies.
Yes, thank you, sir. I am actually trying to connect my video.
Yes, please.
Is that okay right now?
It's all right. It's all right.
We have very good afternoon to everyone present here. We, on behalf of Department of Communication, Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai, along with Vigyan Prasar, with the support of Vigyan Prasar, Government of India, we have actually visited Koli Hills, Pachamalai Hills, and also Pechipare in Kanyakumari district. The Kollimalai Hills situated in Namakkal district, and Pachamalai Hills in Tiruchirappalli and Salem district, and Pechipare is situated in Kanyakumari district. Where in Koli Hills and Pachamalai Hills, Malayali tribes been living, and we have introduced a few technologies to them. The agricultural technologies, for example, paddy seeder, pin wheel hoe weeder, finger guard, fruit harvester, improvised ladder. Those equipment were introduced. We were really surprised that earlier we thought that tribal how they will receive this technological equipment in their life. But when we were conducting the programs, they have shown their enthusiasm in knowing the new technologies. That was very surprise to ourselves also. It is very quite interesting thing that they have also, if the technologies we introduce to them is useful to them in their daily life, in the sense they are very much interested in adapting those technologies also. So these are all our observations in three hilly regions, and also in Kanyakumari, where in terrain regions where we have intervened. Can we have some videos of their interviews? When we can show it up, whether we can show it up now, sir? Can we?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. 1 second. 1 second. I will share my screen through showing the videos, sir. 1 second. Please tell me that whether the sound is audible. Right?
Not as of now.
Okay. Right?
No, sir.
Right now?
Not yet.
Where, now, sir?
No, sir.
No.
If you can send us the video, then we can start it.
But it is okay, huge sum, so that we can. 1 second, 1 second, sir. அது சொல்லுங்கடா. இங்க வந்து தெரியலையே. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Correct. Okay, sir.
Yes, I can see, and I have not heard the voice. Please play.
How?
No voice yet. No sound, sir. It's all right. You can play, sir.
Can you able to hear now, sir?
No voice, sir, but it's all right. You can see the images and we can see the technologies used.
ஸ்டாப் பண்ணாதீங்க. இதுல என்ன செட்டப் பண்ணுங்க பாருங்க. இதுல என்ன கொடுத்தேன். அவங்களே சொல்லுவாங்க, கேட்கலன்னா தான்.
The video is paused.
எங்க ஆடியோ கொடுது? செலக்ட் ஆமா ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே. அப்போ இல்ல அது வந்து இதுல வந்து ஆமா இதுல 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 அப்படி கொடுக்கத்தான் அப்படிதான் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். பிஹேவ் செக்
Please continue, sir.
நெல் விதைப்பு கருவினால நாங்கள் அப்படி நேரடியாக நெல் விதைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். நெல் விதைச்சிட்டு இருக்கும்போது எங்களுக்கு வந்து முன்னாடி உடம்பு வலி, வலி, கழுத்து வலி எல்லாம் ஓவராக இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ இந்த விதைப்பு கருவி கண்டுபிடிச்ச ட்ரைனிங் வச்சாங்க. அதில் போய் நாங்கள் கற்றுக்கின
நாமக்கல் மாவட்டத்தில் அமைந்துள்ளது வளமான கொல்லிமலை பகுதி. இங்கு மலையாளி பழங்குடியினர் வசிக்கின்றனர்.
இந்த மலைப்பகுதியில் நெற்சாகுபடி நடைபெறுகிறது. பெண்கள் விவசாய பணியில் ஈடுபடுகின்றனர்.
விவசாய வேலைகளில் ஈடுபடும் பெண்களின் பணிச்சுமையை குறைக்கவும் பணித்திறனை மேம்படுத்தவும் மத்திய அரசின் விஞ்ஞான் பிரசார் அமைப்பு முயற்சிகளை மேற்கொண்டு வருகிறது.
மத்திய அரசின் விஞ்ஞான் பிரசார் மற்றும் மதுரை காமராசர் பல்கலைக்கழக தொடர்பியல் துறை இணைந்து 2017ஆம் ஆண்டு ஜூலை மாதம் 24, 25 தேதிகளில் பழங்குடி பெண்களுக்கான பணிச்சுமை குறைப்பு, உடல் நலம், நுண்ணூட்டச்சத்து தொடர்பான பயிலரங்கு கொல்லிமலை செம்மேட்டில் நடைபெற்றது.
இதில் பங்கேற்ற பெண்களுக்கு நேரடி நெல் விதைப்பான் கருவி அறிமுகம் செய்யப்பட்டது. இந்த பயிற்சியை முடித்த பெண்கள் அவர்களே நெல் விதைப்பான் கருவியை பொருத்தி நெல் விதைக்க முடிந்தது.
கருவியில் உள்ள 4 கலன்களில் நிரப்பப்பட்ட நெல் வரிசையாக உழுதுள்ள நிலத்தில் விதைக்கப்படுகிறது.
பெண்களே எளிதில் இக்கருவியை இயக்குகின்றனர். இக்கருவியை கொண்டு நடவு செய்யும் போது நெல் விதைப்பு வரிசையாகவும் செம்மையாகவும் அமைகிறது. இது களை எடுத்து பராமரிக்கும் வேலையையும் சுலபமாக்குகிறது.
என் பேர் ராஜேஸ்வரி, கொல்லிமலை சட்டப்படி கிராமத்தில் வசித்து வருகிறேன். இது வரைக்கும் இந்த கருவி நெல் விதைப்பு கருவியை பார்த்ததில்லை. இது வரைக்கும் குழந்தை இப்போ முதுகு வலி இடுப்பு வலி எல்லாம் இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ நேரடி விதைப்பதுனால எனக்கு எந்த வலியும் இல்லை. இந்த கருவி மூலம் நாங்கள் விதைக்கிறதுக்கும் எந்த இது கஷ்டம் இல்லாத நாங்கள் செய்கிறோம். நெல் விதைப்பு கருவியை பற்றி எங்களுக்கு ட்ரைனிங் வச்சாங்க. அதில் நாங்கள் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம். இது வரைக்கும் குனிஞ்சு நிமிந்து நாற்று நட்டோம். இப்போ நேரடி விதைப்பு கருவி மூலம் நேரடி விதைப்பு செய்கிறோம். அந்த மிஷினை கழட்டி போட்டு எனக்கு தெரியும். என் பேர் கலாமணி, வெள்ளக்காய்ப்பட்டி, கொல்லிமலையில் வச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். நான் இந்த மாதிரி ஏற்கனவே நாங்கள் குனிஞ்சு நிமிந்து வயல் நட்டுட்டு இருந்தோம். நெல் விதைப்பு கருவினால நாங்கள் அப்படி நேரடியாக நெல் விதைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். நெல் விதைச்சிட்டு இருக்கும்போது எங்களுக்கு முன்னாடி உடம்பு வலி, இடுப்பு வலி, கழுத்து வலி எல்லாம் ஓவராக இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ இந்த விதைப்பு கருவி கண்டுபிடிச்ச ட்ரைனிங் வச்சாங்க. அதில் போய் நாங்கள் கற்றுக்கினால எங்களுக்கு அந்த கருவி ஈஸியாக இருக்குது. ஈஸியாக இருக்கும்போது இப்போ 10 பேர் விட்டுட்டு நாங்கள் வேலை செய்கிறது நாங்கள் ஒரு ஆளையே செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கோம். அதனால எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப நேரம் நாங்கள் வேலை செய்கிற இடத்துல சிறிது நேரத்தில் நாங்கள் வேலையை முடிச்சிடறோம். எங்களுக்கு வேலை ஈஸியாக இருக்குது.
Okay, sir. Please continue with your presentation. Sir, we have seen this part of video. We can move ahead. You are muted, sir. Please unmute yourself.
கிடையாது கீழே அதுல வந்து இப்போ முந்திரி மரம் பகுதியில வந்து என் பேரு ஜெயமணி. பச்சைமலை சேர்ந்த பகுதியில வந்து சேம்பூர்ல தான் நான் வசிக்கிறேன். அதுல வந்து இப்போ எங்களுடைய பகுதியில வந்து பச்சைமலையில வந்து முந்திரி மரம், இது மாதிரி பெலா மரம், இன்னும் மற்ற மரங்கள் எல்லாம் எல்லாமே இருக்கு. ஆனா புதுசா இப்போ உற்பத்தி ஆக்குறது வந்து இப்பதான் சவுக்கு மரம் வச்சு அதுல வந்து மிளகு வைக்கிறாங்க. அதுல வந்து இப்ப வந்து ஆண்கள் தான் பறிக்க முடியும், பெண்கள் வந்து ஏற முடியாது. இப்ப முந்திரி மரத்துல வந்து இப்ப பழம் இருக்கு. பழம் இருக்கிறதுல வந்து இப்ப 2 நாள் எங்க பயிற்சியில வந்து நீங்க கொடுத்தது வந்து இப்ப ஏணி வந்து எங்களுக்கு புதுசா எங்களுக்கு இதை ஓய்வுபடுத்திருக்கிறீங்க. அதுல வந்து இவ்வளவு நாளா வந்து ஆம்பளைங்க அதுல வந்து பறிப்பாங்க. இப்ப நாங்க வந்து இதுல என்ன சொன்னாங்க, அந்த ஏணி மேல ஏறி அந்த பழத்தை வந்து எங்களுக்கு அந்த கை கெட்டினதை நாங்க பறிக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு பிரயோஜனமாக இருந்தது. இது வந்து நாங்க முன்னாடி எல்லாம் அது மாதிரி இல்லை, கிடையாது. கீழே இருக்கிறது தான் நாங்க பறிப்போம். இப்போ வந்து நீங்க கொடுத்த அந்த பயிற்சியில வந்து அந்த கருவி மூலமாக எங்களுக்கு அந்த ஏணி மேல வந்து ஏறி பறிக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிரயோஜனமா இருக்கு.
லட்சுமணபுரம், எங்க பேர் ராஜம்மா. முந்திரி, மாமரம், பெலாமரம், இது 3 அறுக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்தது. இப்போ ஆனால் அந்த ஏணி கொடுத்ததுனால எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிரயோஜனமா இருக்குது. இந்த ஏணி கொடுத்ததுனால நாங்கள் இந்த ஏணி வச்சு ஏறி கூடையை வச்சு அந்த பழத்தை அறுக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியாகவே இருக்கு. அதை கொண்டு வந்து கீழே வைக்கிறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்குது. எங்களுக்கு முதுகு வலி எல்லாம் எதுவும் தெரியுற மாதிரி ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
Sir, you are on mute, sir. We are not able to hear you.
Sir, this video is being played 3rd time, I think. Sir, you are muted. Please
கைக்கு வந்து எந்த காயும் இல்லை. நாங்கள் நல்லா இப்போ அழகா கொஞ்ச நேரத்துல நிறைய இது காய்கள் எல்லாம் பறிச்சு அப்படி நல்ல இதா இருக்கும்.
பேர் வந்து மஞ்சு. நான் பேச்சுப்பாறை ஆண்டிப்பட்ட கிராமத்துல வந்து வசிக்கிறேன். விஞ்ஞான் பிரசார் மதுரை பல்கலைக்கழகத்துக்கு வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து பயிற்சி சொல்லி கொடுக்க வந்திருந்தாங்க. பசுமையை பத்தி பெண்களுக்கு வந்து அதுல வந்து எங்களுக்கு காய்கறி பறிக்கிறது எப்படி, இந்த உங்க தோட்டத்துல விளையாடுதான் பறிக்கிறது எப்படி, நீங்க எப்படி எதனால வந்து பறிக்கிறீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தந்தாங்க. நாங்க சொன்னோம் கை வச்சுட்டு நாங்க வந்து பறிக்கிறோம். இப்போ வந்து இந்த கருவி எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க, விரல் காப்பான் வந்து கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க. அதை வச்சு நாங்க பறிச்சு பார்த்தா எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா இருந்தது. ஆனா முன்னாடி வந்து கை வச்சு பறிக்கிறப்ப எங்களுக்கு வந்து காயமா இருந்தது. ஆனா இப்ப இதை வச்சு நாங்க பறிக்கிறப்ப கை எந்த ஒரு காயமும் எதுவும் கிடையாது. இப்ப ஈஸியா நாங்க பறிச்சுக்கிறோம்.
பேச்சுப்பாறை ஆண்டிப்பட்டியில இருக்கு. எனக்கு பேரு ராதிகா. துரட்டியை பற்றி சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க. அதை வந்து நாங்க ஈஸியா பழம் பறிக்கும். அதை வச்சுதான் இப்ப நாங்க பழம் பறிக்கிறது ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்குது. நாங்க கீழே பழத்தை கீழே விழாம பறிச்சு எடுத்தோம்.
என் பேரு சுஜாதா. நான் பேச்சுப்பாறை ஊர்ல தோட்டாமலை என்ற கிராமத்துல வசிக்கிறேன். காமராஜர் பல்கலைக்கழகத்துல இருந்து எங்களுக்கு இங்க வந்து 2 நாள் பயிற்சி கொடுத்தாங்க. அது பெண்கள் பணி சுமை குறைப்பு. அதுல வந்து காய்கறி பறிக்கிறதுக்கு கை காப்பான் ஒண்ணு கொடுத்தாங்க. அதை வச்சு நாங்க காய்கறி, இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நாங்க காய்கறி பறிக்கும் பொழுது எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாகவும் இருந்து நாங்க கொஞ்சம் குறைவாகவும் அதை பறிச்சுட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்பொழுது அந்த கை காப்பான் மூலம் காய்கறி பறிக்கும் பொழுது எங்களுக்கு கொஞ்சம் எளிதாக இருக்கு. கை வலி இல்லை. நாங்க எளிதா கொஞ்சம் நிறையாவே பறிக்கும்.
பழம் கீழே வீழாதிருக்கிறதுக்கு பறிஞ்சு தந்தாங்க தோட்டக்கலையில வச்சு. நாங்க இப்போ பழம் பறிச்சுட்டு இருக்கு, நல்ல எழுப்பமா இருக்கு, தள்ளுபடாத பறிச்செடுக்குது.
வணக்கம், என்னோட பேர் வந்து பிரீஜாமோல். நான் வந்து ஆண்டிப்பற்ற ஊர்ல தான் இருக்கேன். முன்னாடி எல்லாம் காய்கறி பறிக்கும் போது கையில அந்த வெண்டைக்காய் கத்திரிக்காயில உள்ள முள்ளெல்லாம் கையில பட்டு அந்த நகத்துல எல்லாம் அந்த இது முள்ளு போயிருந்து ரொம்ப வலி இருக்கிறது. இப்ப விரல் காப்பான் கொண்டு கத்திரிக்காய் வெண்டைக்காய் பறிக்கும் போது எளிதா இருக்கு. விரல் காப்பான் பயன்படுத்துறது ரொம்ப எளிதா இருக்கு. பெரிய தோட்டங்கள்ல எல்லாம் பெண்கள் பயன்படுத்தினா நல்லது.
Thank you, sir. You are not audible. Dr. S Nagaret Samsa, you are not audible. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Because we are between the audio system because of connecting the videos audio. So that sorry for the trouble and technical.
No problem, sir. Please continue.
We had seen, and we have 5 videos actually from 5 different equipment. I think that we have seen thoroughly for 4 things, and also Paramanandam is waiting with the tribal women there, and we can also interview them. Paramanandam, give it to name them. What are the name of them?
Sir, Jayamani from Sembur, sir. Priya from Top Sengatapatti. Jayamani, sir. Jayamani.
வணக்கம் சார்.
வணக்கம் ஜெயமணி.
Jayamani from Sembur, sir. Priya from.
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க ஜெயமணி? நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
நல்லா இருக்கிறேன் சார், நல்லா இருக்கிறேன். நீங்க நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா சார்?
நல்லா இருக்கு. We are very fine. And எப்படி நீங்க அந்த ஏணி பயன்படுத்துறது எப்படி இருந்துச்சு உங்களுக்கு அப்படிங்கறத சொல்லுங்க.
ஏணி வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து முந்திரி பழம் இருக்கிறதுக்காக வேண்டி எங்களுக்கு பயிற்சி நடத்தினாங்க சார். அது எப்படி வந்து மரத்துல ஏறுனா நாங்க அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து கீழே இருந்து பறிக்கணும். அப்படி இல்லைன்னா மேல எல்லாம் ஏற முடியாது. கீழே விழுவுறத நாங்க எடுத்து அதை நாங்க பயன்படுத்திக்குவோம். இப்போ வந்து எங்களுக்கு பயிற்சியில வந்து எங்களுக்கு சொன்னது வந்து எங்களுக்கு ஏணியை வச்சு அது மாதிரி இது மாதிரிதான் எடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி எங்களுக்கு பயிற்சி கொடுத்தாங்க. அதை வந்து நாங்க எடுக்கும் போது ஏணி மேல ஏறி அது வந்து எங்களுக்கு வந்து மேல ஏறி நாங்க வந்து கூடையில வச்சு பறிச்சு நாங்க கீழே போட்டு எடுக்குது. அது மாதிரி எங்களுக்கு வந்து அது பிரயோஜனமா இருந்தது. அது இல்லைன்னா ஏணி இல்லைனாக்கா நாங்க என்ன செய்வோம்னா விழுந்துடலாம். மரத்துல ஏறும் போதே கிளை ஒடியும், வேற இதெல்லாம் எல்லாம் காலையில கையில அடிபட்டுடும். அப்படிங்கும்போது இது ஏணியால வந்து நாங்க அந்த பழம் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது, ரொம்ப பிரயோஜனமாவும் இருந்தது.
She is saying that earlier she collected the fruits when it drops from the trees because it was intended to men who were able to climb the trees and collect the fruits. Now if the improvised ladder is given to them, then they can able to collect the fruits from there itself. So that she is saying, and also it is very helpful for her work, carrying out her daily work in the field.
So, sir, please ask her how has this technology been helpful to her before when the technology was not introduced to her, and after when she started utilizing this technology.
ஜெயமணி என்ன கேக்குறாங்கன்னா, இதுக்கு ஏற்கனவே நீங்க இந்த இன்டர்வியூல சொல்லியிருந்த மாதிரி நீங்க என்ன சொல்லியிருந்தீங்கன்னா, ஆண்கள் தான் பண்ண முடிஞ்ச வேலை, இது பெண்கள் பண்ண முடியுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க. இப்ப இதுக்கு முன்னாடிக்கும் இந்த ஏணி கொடுத்ததுக்கு பின்னாடி என்ன மாதிரியான மாற்றங்கள் இருந்துச்சுங்கிறத சொல்லுங்க. என்ன மாதிரியான இத நீங்க மாற்றங்களை உணர்ந்து கொள்ள முடிஞ்சுன்னு கேக்குறாங்க.
ஏணி எடுக்கிறது ஏணி அது மாதிரி பயிற்சி நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து நாங்க மரத்த மேல எல்லாம் ஏற மாட்டோங்க. அது வந்து கீழே விழுவுறத மட்டும்தான் கீழே வாதி கீழே இருந்ததுன்னா அதை மட்டும் தான் பறிச்சுப்போம். நாங்க வந்து
see,
ஏணி இல்லாமலும் ஏற முடியும். அப்படி ஏறினாக்கா விழுந்துருவோம், ஒரு கை தவறி விழுவோம், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா மரம் ஒடிஞ்சிரும். அதனால நாங்க வந்து அப்படியெல்லாம் செய்ய முடியாது.
okay, Germany. She is saying that if one can climb the tree, they can able to fall from the tree. That was the issue they had earlier, and only the fruits fall down from the trees only can be collected by women. Now they can able to collect or work equally with men. The technology enable them equally work with men. That is the benefit she had received from the training program.
With this, sir, I would like to go to Dr. Selvarani. Please tell us, ma'am, that how women were receptive with these technologies when you went to villages and self-help groups.
Okay, sir. Sir, before that, as that Madam Jayamani Madam told, they are collecting fruits only. They are collecting only fallen fruits. They won't, as women, they won't climb on the tree. So, if they want to collect the fruit directly from the trees, the fresh fruit should be collected only based on our improvised ladder. So that was our objective cleared here. They are also using that improvised ladder still now, sir. So before that, they are using only fallen fruits, but now they are directly collecting fresh fruits directly from the trees by using the improvised ladder we have introduced there.
So, what would be the number of families which are who are using this kind of technologies? What you are selling or what you have developed?
Sir, approximately around that 15 families now, sir. Nagaratnam, sir.
Okay.
20 trained in the locations. Actually, more than 20, but we restricted to 20 numbers there.
So participants were more.
So how many technologies means this kind of drudgery reduction technology?
Introduced 7 technologies we have introduced, sir.
Okay. And around 20 or more than 20 families?
Yes, sir. More than
And
20
how
families.
many trainers you have? Means did you develop some trainers out of these people who are using these technologies?
Sir, actually, this particular training program not meant for trainers. TOT training program. It is directly to the people, tribal people, so that we did not engage in the TOT things. Actually, we have directly given the training to the people in 3 locations. In each location, 2020. So total 60, around 66 women had been trained in this program, sir. Actually.
Okay. And you have also mentioned that, sir, you have been sensitizing the girls, school-going children, girl children on health issues.
Yes, sir. On reproductive health and hygiene, we had given training to the people who have been the school children who have been living in and around Muduvakudi. It is coming under Theni district. Actually, it is atop under Theni district, where we had interacted with them. You please see some pictures of those trainings also. If it is they were very much interested in receiving the information. Actually, earlier usually we think that people, tribal people, may not be so much interested in receiving trainings because they are very remote, or otherwise we sometimes they wanted to live in aloof places like. But these are all not reasons reduced their interest, but they were actively engaging in the training programs. 1 second, I saw quickly to all these pictures to you. 1 second. 1 second. Can you able to see the
Yes,
picture?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you please continue showing us these slides, sir. By the time I will ask one question to Sri N. Paramanathanam.
Muduvakudi training program where we had given the training to the children. These are they are standing there in the program. Here, these are all the treasury reduction program where which was discussed earlier by Dr. Silverani and also and I think that with this Silverani, you can also continue puts on the treasury part.
I have one question for Mr. N. Paramanathanam. If you can hear us.
Yes.
What
Yes, sir.
kind
Yes, sir.
of challenges you are facing as a PhD scholar when you visit the fields, when you visit the villages?
Yes, sir. The tribal organize பண்றது the organizing is a challenging process, sir. Different villages and they are having our field works daily. So அந்த தமிழ்ல பேசலாம். டெய்லி அவங்கள ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்றதுங்கிறது ஒரு முக்கியமான சேலஞ்ச். ஏன்னா தினசரி அவங்களுக்கு கடுமையான விவசாய வேலைகள் இருந்து கொண்டே இருக்கிறது. விவசாய வேலைகள்னா தினசரி மாடுகளை கண்காணிக்கிறதுல இருந்து அப்புறம் வந்து வயல்களுக்கு போய் பணி செய்யறதுங்கிறது ஒரு ரொட்டீன் ஒர்க்காகவே இருக்குது.
ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி பேசுனீங்கன்னா நான் டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணுவேன். பிரமாணம் தான். ஸ்டாப் பண்ணி பேசுனீங்கன்னா டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணுவேன் நான் உங்களுக்கு.
ஓகே சார். தினசரி அவர்களுக்கு அதிகப்படியான விவசாய வேலைகள் இருக்குது.
Daily they have work in their agriculture fields and also they have to oversee the livestock they've been growing it, so that it is all difficult for them to participate in the programs, training programs. If we organize training programs, it all prevent them to participate in particular day or something. Okay, continue. Come on.
இவர்களோட அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பேட்டர்ன் வந்து இன்டகிரேட்டடான அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் அப்படிங்கும்போது மாடுகளை பராமரிப்பது, விவசாய வேலைகள் பார்ப்பது, நீர் மேலாண்மை, இப்படி பலவிதமான வகையில அவங்க தினசரி பணிகளை மேற்கொள்றாங்க.
Okay, they are also engaged in the maintaining water bodies, water ways that leads to the agriculture lands, and that and also includes agricultural works, daily works, and also livestock management.
அப்புறம் அவங்களுடைய ட்ரெடிஷ்னலான அந்த அக்ரிகல்ச்சரை அவங்க ரொம்ப விரும்புறாங்க. அதுல உள்ள டிஃபிகல்ட்டஸை அவங்க ஏத்துக்கிற மாதிரியே இருக்குது. நம்ம சொல்ற புதிய முறைகளை அவங்க கன்சியூவ் பண்றது கொஞ்சம் சிக்கலாகவே இருந்துச்சு. அவங்கள இந்த புதிய முறைகளை கற்றுக்கொள்வதற்கு நாங்க ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்றது ஒரு சேலஞ்சா தான் சார் இருந்தது.
He is saying that the earlier their traditional practices, they accept the traditional practices. Sometimes even if it is drudgery, it involves drudgery, they accept the drudgery and carry over the work. So when we are giving the drudgery reduction work in the sense, sometimes they hesitate to accept it, but if it is beneficial in the sense, there are hesitation.
Okay, so
அதே மாதிரி சார் வெவ்வேறு பகுதிகளில் இருக்கிறாங்க. நிறைய ஊர்களுக்கு பாதைகள் கிடையாது, போக்குவரத்து கிடையாது. இவங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் வாகனங்கள்லையும் பைக்குகளையும் கொண்டாந்து ஒரு இடத்துல சேர்த்து ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ண வேண்டிய ஒரு நிர்பந்தம் இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம்ல இருந்துகிட்டே இருந்தது. முக்கியமான டிஃபிகல்டிஸ்.
When we are organizing the program, they are living in different locations. We have to collect them to come to one particular place. To bring them to one particular place will also be very difficult because they are living in surrounding area where the road or something is not well connected.
Okay, so one last question with Dr. Silverani, ma'am. Ma'am, if you can explain or if you can suggest something that you are the questions are coming from ground. What kind of expectations from ground? What kind of feedback they are giving you so that ministry can support you? What kind of another training program kind of thing or technology development kind of things can be arranged?
Yes, sir. Sir, there is a big gap between our invention from Agricultural Institute and it's reaching to farmers. There was a big gap we have found. So that should be clarified through proper extension activities. Then as Paramanandam sir told that roadway and connectivity, that is also we have faced a big problem. So that can also be to be rectified with government help. Then that farmers they are not aware of what they are little bit illiterate, so we have to teach all those things, and we also have to get knowledge from their traditional activities, because they are also having some traditional kind of knowledges that medicinal plants, what are the medicinal plants that can be cured, like Siddha, Ayurveda, that knowledge that farmers are having. So we know about the technology, but that farmers knows about that traditional way of curing disease. So that and all should be sharing. We can share our technology to tribals, and we can get knowledge from the tribal people, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much all the panelists, Dr. Nagaret Samsa sir, Dr. Silvarani ma'am, and Paramanathan. Sir, I'll just one request to you that please share all the videos if you can, and the pictures, whatever you have for your hard work, so that we can promote them and we can popularize them.
Yeah, definitely. We have 5 videos. Definitely, we will. Apart from that, I wanted to one as a panelist. This is the final panel, or otherwise I will be part of another panel, sir.
I will be part of another panel. I'll be handing over this stage to Tusha. She will be dealing with
Definitely, because I have few other points also. We are very focused upon the pressure reduction only.
So there is one more session pending at the round table discussion. This will be handled by
I will
Tusha. Yes.
Yeah, we will say, sir, all are valuable videos, and it was with the pain and meticulous work only we had collected all those information. Definitely, it is a part of Vigyan Prasar. So that it was already sent to you, but again I will definitely share with you. It will be our very happy. And I thank on behalf of Department of Communication, I thank Dr. K. Silvarani, Assistant Professor and Head of Department of Horticulture, Kalasalingam University, Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education, Srivilliputhur, and also N. Paramanandam, who is also giving another one woman just to show them, show Paramanandam. Who else is there? At least to show in the video.
Yes, sir. This is Priya, sir. Priya from Sengatupatti.
Sengatupatti.
Priya, Sengatupatti, sir.
என்ன நீங்க சொல்ல விரும்புனீங்க? அப்ப என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புனீங்க?
அவங்க படிப்பு அந்த நெல் விதைப்பான் பத்தி சொல்லணும் விரும்பியிருந்தாங்க. அதுல இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பிடிச்சிருந்தது சார் அவங்களுக்கு.
நல்லது.
சொல்லுங்க.
சொல்லுங்க.
முன்னாடி நாங்க நெல்லு நாத்து போட்டு ஒரு அளவுக்கு அத புடுங்கி நடுவோம். அது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருந்துச்சு எங்களுக்கு. இவங்க சொல்றத பார்த்தா எங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா இருக்க மாதிரி தோணுது. ஏன்னா அது நாத்து போட்டு வலிக்கும் போது கையெல்லாம் வலிக்கும். புடுங்கிறதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகும். அதாவது ஆட்கள் அதிகமா தேவைப்படும். ஏன்னா இதுல ஆட்களும் குறைவா தேவைப்படுது. அது மட்டும் இல்லாத சுலபமா வேலையும் முடியுது. அதுவும் இல்லாத களை பறிக்கும் போது நாத்து நட்டு நாங்க இருக்கும்போது லேட் ஆகும். களையும் அதிகமா வரும். ஏன்னா அந்த களை எடுப்பான்னு இருக்கும்போது அது வண்டி வச்சு அந்த கருவி அந்த விதை அந்த விதை களை எடுப்பான்
நெல்
விதைப்பான் கருவி மூலமா நடும்போது அந்த களை எடுப்பான் கருவி வச்சு நாங்க யூஸ் பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப ஈஸியா இருக்கு எங்களுக்கு.
Okay, ma. She is saying that when we are using the paddy seeder, it is very easy to use corner weeder to remove the weeds. And she understood that. But she is not. She has not been practicing it because of there will be a change in the pattern of among agriculturists. But she is saying that when after the training she got the technological information, when we are using the paddy seeder, It is very easy to remove the weeds through using of conovidar. See, just I wanted to opine her also because she was waiting. This note, I think that we will get off from this session, Mr. Prabhat Ranjan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you to the team as well.
Yes,
Over to you,
sir.
sir.
Paramanandam also, thank you.
Thank you,
And
sir.
also,
Thank you very much.
also Dr. Zelrani, thank you very much. I think that you bear very much us because of technical glitches and also remote places and also other technical issues we had faced.
No issues at all, sir. No issues. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prabhat sir. Moving to the final session of the day 18 of Techneev. This is the panel discussion session, and we will be having a round table of many eminent panelists from the country on the theme of strengthening the social capital to have a roundtable discussion to strengthen and nurture the local innovation. So basically, this session is focused on how to uh, make the changes at the policy and the administrative level so that the feedback that we got from the community and the change makers, whatever challenges they are facing and whatever good feedback also we got from the community, so that kind of things will be turned into policy decisions and like policy recommendation in the sense that we can improve upon the existing system and we can remove the systemic gaps that we have. So, for the as per the rule, we invite Dr. Hukum Chand Patidar, who is a Padam Shri for his commendable works in the field of organic farming. Padam Shri is not the only one of the like award that he has got. In the past, the central government has implemented his farming module in 22 villages of the Jhalwa district, under which the close to 4,000 farmers have participated. And he was even invited as a distinguished guest to the television show Satyamev Jayati, hosted by actor Amir Khan, to educate people about the harms of consuming chemical-free food. So, as the rule, but due to some technical glitches, Sir is not with us on this platform. So, we will start with another panelist, Dr. C.R. Mehta, sir. Welcome, sir, to the program. And as for the audience, for the sake of audience, I would like to introduce Dr. C.R. Mehta. He is a principal scientist at the Central Institute of Agriculture Engineering, Bhopal, for the last 26 years. And he has been working as a project coordinator at AICRP on farm implements and machinery at CAI Bhopal since December 2012. He is having a specialization in farm machinery and power agronomics, conservation agriculture, and instrumentation. The findings of the tractor workplace layout has already been adopted by. Uh, he has developed some findings on tractor workplace layout, and these have been adopted by two leading tractor manufacturers through consultancy projects, and many others have shown keen interest in that. He is also the member of sanctioning committees, that is like agriculture, tractors and power tillers, and agronomics by the Bureau of India Standards, New Delhi. He is also the fellow of the Indian Society of Agriculture Engineers and lifetime member of Indian Society of Agronomics. Uh, we welcome you, sir, on the platform, and we look forward to your valuable suggestions.
Thank you, Madam Tusha. And first of all, I thank Vigyan Prasar for inviting me for the panel discussion in this session. Am I audible? So, how many minutes I have?
Sir, the platform is all yours, sir.
So, I will get chance again also, or
Sir, we initially we want the general remarks on the whole program, and then as the rule, like we will have some general questions that I'll be giving to the panelists.
Thank you. So actually, I have gone through the today's program. I was not present in earlier first session, but I was present for a few minutes in second session, and I will be mainly talking about the agriculture, and in that also mechanization. Particularly, I may like to highlight the role of women worker in agriculture, because I have observed that most of the today's talk were related to women empowerment. So as you know that Indian agriculture employs about 45% of the total workforce, and its contribution to our GDP of our country is only 18 to 19%. So it shows that our labor productivity is low, and that is due to that farming in India is not as remunerative as it is expected. Another, if we see the land holding pattern in our country, so India is a bottom of pyramid country. Presently, our average land holding in our country is 1.08 hectare or even lower than that one. And in that also, 86% of our land holding is small and marginal. And only 4% of our land holding is above 4 hectares. So we can say that only 4% of our land holding is suitable for individual ownership of farm equipment. If we see the manpower engaged or workforce engaged in agriculture, presently 42% of total workforce is engaged in agriculture, and out of that 45% are female workers. And it is expected that by 2050, the percentage of workers in agriculture will go down to 26%. And in that also, women workers will be 60%. So we are expecting that women workers or women entrepreneurs are going to play a lead role in Indian agriculture, and that is due to migration of workers from the rural area to urban area, particularly male workers to work in service sector, to work in industry, or to work in construction industry. So that, and one of the main reasons for migration of workers from the rural area to urban area is that drudgery involved in agriculture. And that also highlights that need for going for mechanization of Indian agriculture. Because our land holding is limited, manpower available in agriculture is reducing day by day. So we have to go for mechanization of Indian agriculture, and we are already progressing in that direction. Presently, if we see the mechanization level of our country, it is around 47%. And in that also mainly food grain crops like rice and wheat have been mechanized. But mechanization level, particularly if we see for cash crops like cotton and sugarcane, it is very low. Particularly if we talk about the harvesting of cotton or even sugarcane, it is nearly very, very low. So I have already mentioned that role of women worker in agriculture is expected to increase in future, and right now lot of drudgery is involved in agriculture, so we have to go for mechanization. And in that also, presently if we see the how women workers are employed in agriculture, 95% of women workers are engaged as a source of power in agriculture. Only 5% of women workers are engaged as an operator or as a farmer or as an entrepreneur handling the agriculture. And if we see the male workers, around 30% are engaged as a source of power. So that highlights that we have to reduce the drudgery of the particularly of women workers. So in that also I would like to highlight that we have to go for automation of agriculture or mechanization of Indian agriculture. And in that also we have to empower women workers, those who are engaged in agriculture, for carrying out different operations using the mechanical sources of power or even like automated machinery also. Just in earlier session, I was observing that we were discussing about particularly about the manual tools and equipment to be operated by women workers. And in that also we are expecting that that will reduce their drudgery. But my thinking is different. For example, if we see in urban area, nowadays women are also driving cars, and women are doing all kinds of work, and they are treated at par with male workers. So in agriculture also, my suggestion is that we have to empower women by giving training to them. Even we may need to conduct a training as well as demonstration, as well as we have to do hand holding, so that they can have confidence in operating the tractor operated machinery, or even nowadays we are moving towards sensor based or automated machinery. So in that also we have to give training to the women workers. And another aspect which we have to take into consideration while developing the machinery, that whatever machinery we develop, that should be suitable not only for male worker, as well it should be suitable for female workers. So we have to take into consideration of capability as well as strength and anthropometric data of male and female workers both. And we have to go for development of gender neutral machinery which can be operated by male as well as female workers. We should not have separate machinery for male or separate machinery for female workers. And another, just I was reading that the topic of roundtable discussion is on strengthen and nurture the local innovation. So on that point also, I may like to highlight some points. I have observed that for promoting the local innovation, there are a number of organizations like National Innovation Foundation, which is Ahmedabad based. Even right now, IIT through RUTEG also promoting the local innovation. And in ICR system also, we are promoting the local innovation. But we have observed that number of innovations, which we call innovations, are not new. Some of them are already available, or even better version of those equipments or technologies are already available in some other parts. But due to lack of awareness, we call them local innovations. But there are some technology or some innovations which have potential for adoption in most part of our country. But these technology also need first testing in different locations. Another, the technology also need to be upgraded based on the limitations in different regions. And then these technology need to be promoted. And for that also different organizations are working in isolation, and there is need for us to do hand holding. So we can improve that technology which have been developed by local innovators, and then we can promote through entrepreneurs or even industry for mass scale production of that technology, and then that equipment or technology may be adopted by the farmers in their farmers field. Because right now farmers, like everyone wants to be smart, farmers are also interested to be smart. Nowadays you may have observed that farmers are going through YouTube, they are observing what kind of machinery are available. So we should not put lot of focus on promoting manual operated equipment, but we should also try to promote the smart machinery or even tractor operated machinery which can be operated by male as well as female workers. So these are some of the initial remarks from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. As you highlighted that there is an innovation that while visiting the field level organization, we find that there are innovations that are there on the ground. So, what suggestions would you recommend to a field level organization to implement in order to mainstream those innovations that come from the ground and from the people who are not educated as to how to take it to a higher level?
First, we have to go through the technology. If it has been developed by some local innovator, it needs to be tested at different locations. And for that also, even RUTEG network, which is in IIT, that can be used. Even equipped network in ICR can be used for their multi-location testing. And after that testing, that equipment may require some modification. So after modification, it can again be tested, and then we can contact the manufacturers, particularly in the area in which that technology is suitable, so that manufacturer can take the license of the technology, and even we can go for IP protection of that technology. So finally, that technology can be adopted by the farmers on a larger scale.
Sir, adding to this discussion, I would like to ask that for any technology to reach the market or to have a sustainable future, we need to have a TRL level. We have a TRL level for every technology. So, does the process ensures that the technology gets developed to the TRL level uh, 9 or 10 so that it is market ready when everything is standardized and validated?
Yes, that's the procedure what I have explained. Because if we don't validate the technology in different parts or different conditions, then we may not be sure that that technology will be adopted. Because first we have to validate it, then we have to demonstrate that technology through frontline demonstration component. And that kind of component is available in KVK, in Eclipse also. So under that technology need to be demonstrated to the farmers. Then farmers will be having the confidence. So then they will adopt that technology. Even we have to conduct some OFT trials also of that technology to have the confidence of the farmers. Then farmers may be interested in adopting that technology.
One final question from you, sir, would be like how to strengthen this lab to lend model that we have. Like we just now we had a discussion from the bottom to the top model, like if the local innovation has to be mainstreamed. But what about the top to bottom level approach when we say that lab generates or develop the technology and to take it to the land quickly and effectively? There's a process, but how to strengthen it? Like because there are many technologies, related technologies that are developed by similar institutes. So how to strengthen that and how to create a coherence between all the organizations that are working on the same level?
You have put very good question. I was discussing with Science and Technology Department of Government of India last week. In that, we were discussing about how we can collaborate, like ICR system, DST system, particularly in that ROOTEC component, which is there in IIT. Even NIF is also there, National Innovation Foundation. And so we should have proper linkage between different organizations. And for that purpose also, we are already having talks for having synergy. So we may avoid the duplication of work being done in different organizations. And then for promoting the technology which have been developed by one institute, it needs to be tested by another institute, and then it has to be adopted in the field.
Thank you so much, sir, for your suggestion, and we really look forward to such suggestions for making the system more trending. So that because it is the sole purpose of this program to come up with the solutions of the problems that we face at various levels, because there is a process of getting the technology from the lab to the land, or vice versa. But the field level organization play a very important role in that. So, since ICI, your institute, ICI CIE, is a kind of institute that is a kind of a merging institute of a scientific institution and a field level organization as well. So, what kind of issues that you face while implementing? Like there's an implementation process and there's an administrative level as well. So, what kind of issues field level may face, or how to get rid of them while implementing a policy that has come down from administrative level?
Actually, right now, we do not have proper linkage between different organizations. We interact also in isolation. That's why last week we had a discussion with the scientist F of the Ministry of Science and Technology, who is advisor to PMO also. So in that also it has been strengthened, or it has been highlighted that we will come out with policy from the top, that how we can interact with with different departments, so that will avoid the duplication of work. And even the scientists from one department will participate in the activity of another department, particularly meetings, etc. So we will be aware about the activity done by different departments in the similar area. So for that also, I hope that soon we will come out with some policy to work together for having proper collaboration in different departments of Government of India. And in that also, for promotion of technology, Vigyan Prasar is one of them. Earlier also we interacted with Vigyan Prasar, and Vigyan Prasar has helped us in development of some videos for promotion of women-friendly tools and equipment which have been developed in ICR system.
Thank you so much, sir. We look forward to such more collaboration, so that we, instead of working in silos, all the ministries and the related departments may work together and come up with a better solution to the thing, because science is all about finding solutions and not to work in silos. The science is not all about experimentation at the lab, it is also experimentation at the land level. So with that positive note, we move to our next panelist. We would like to hear from Dr. Raghuram sir, who is the director at People College at Mitra Niketan. This college has been recognized as the best community college in India by Government of India in 2015, and he serves on several state, regional, and federal committees as an advisor as well for education and rural development. He is also serving as vice president at Association of World Education. So, welcome you, sir, to the panel discussion. And as a field level organization, the first question that we would like to you to address is that what kind of issues that you face while implementing the technologies at the field level, and how do you monitor the technology absorption of the community?
Thank you. Primarily, I'm from a civil society organization, working in the civil society since last 25 years. I'm also part of the KVK system, also connected to ICR, and also delivering technologies as part of different projects among the community. I would like to describe a few points. First of all, I totally agree with Dr. C.R. Mehta. One of the problem is like in other part of the country, in Kerala also, the agriculture is coming down year by year. Kerala, now one of the main problem is, the labor cost is very high. And, the people are educated. We have 100% literacy. Most of the young people today are graduates. They're all looking for white collar employment, and they are not interested in agriculture. We cannot blame them. They cannot take agriculture as a livelihood activity. People will take up agriculture as part of the interest, and the number of traditional farmers are coming down. They are also slowly giving up agriculture, mainly due to labor cost. In Kerala today, we are paying about 800 to 1,000 rupees for a skilled farm labor. It's very high. That is one of the reasons why we have in Kerala about 3 million workers from Orissa, Bihar, and West Bengal working in this state. And so that this labor input cannot be used in agriculture. Traditionally, Kerala followed this homestead farming system. That is, family labor is available for cultivation in and around his farm, so that the self-sufficiency of food and nutrition is ensured. But today it is not possible. The experienced farmers cannot work. They are not healthy. So one of the things, as Dr. C.R. Mehta has said, the women are interested to come up. Like in other states, this Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Scheme is going on very well. They are paying about 300 rupees per day wage to all these women, so that women has started working with unskilled work. They are interested. They come out of the house and started working. So now they have 100 days of employment available. So many farmers and other institutions are using the labor of these women, because we need to pay a little more than what the government is paying under the employment guarantee scheme. So these women are working in farms now. They are semi-skilled women. As doctor has said, the woman has to be trained in using different technologies, not the large, bigger, heavy technologies, but the simple technologies, user-friendly technologies. So these user-friendly technologies, which can be operated and managed by women, will be helpful, so that not only the agriculture, cultivation, farming will improve. Along with that, the employment and income generation for the women will also be improved. So it is on the one hand, we are improving the agriculture. On the other hand, also empowering the poor. So this is the one of the areas, the mechanization of farming, especially in Kerala, we have fragmented lands only. Most of the people having hardly 1 acre or half acre of land. So we need technologies in those areas which should be economically viable. So women are the labor force today available. They are willing to work. They need training. That is one point I would like to highlight based on the local need. Second point related to the innovation, local innovation. I would like to describe you a model followed in Kerala by the Kerala State Science and Technology Council. The Kerala State Science and Technology Council is organizing Rural Innovators Meet every year, and we have hosted that Rural Innovators Meet 2 years in Mitraniketan. The advantage of Rural Innovators means that we are inviting all the rural innovators, local innovations. So in most of the Rural Innovators Meet, we had about 150 local innovations. They are coming, they are joining the exhibitions, and they are joining the competitions, and there are all these innovations are need-based innovations. Farmers or rural artisans develop technologies for their own need. It's need-based innovations, but these need-based innovations needs to be standardized, documented, standardized, and rural or research R&D institutes need to be supported along with the financial support. This is one of the models coming up, but generally rural innovators used to say that they find it very difficult to get the support from the R&D institutions, as well as they need credit also. But here again, the question is who owns the credit, who owns the patent? That is the issue. So people keep away from each other. Anyway, rural innovators, the innovations to be documented, they need to be promoted, they should be helped to standardize their product and further disseminate it to different areas. Otherwise, it remains at one rural innovators alone. This is one point I would like to highlight. The third point I wanted to tell you is that the civil society organization normally working with the people, I mean this non-profit organization, NGOs, they know the pulse of the grassroots people, they know the problems there, they are taking up the technology-based solutions, but always these organizations, it's not possible for them because they have limited infrastructure, they have limited lab facilities, where we need the linkage between R&D institutions in research labs and the local institutions. This we always discussing this issue with the Department of Science and Technology also. Sometimes it is possible, sometimes it is not possible. A proper linkage between R&D institutions as well as the civil society organization who work with the grassroots level is to be further strengthened. That is one of the areas. Otherwise, these R&D institutions developing, of course, good technologies, but most of the technologies remains in the lab. It should come out of the lab. Some people, they continue to do research. It is part of the patent and they keep it there. It should come out of the lab and shelf to the land. So some sort of that linkage to be further developed. Then one point I'm not very sure, but still I would like to say this is research scientists also have the responsibility of like corporate CSR, corporate social responsibility. There is one social responsibility a meeting. So as part of that, these scientists can also, not only working in the laboratory, they can come out. As Professor said, normally sometimes they work in isolation. They should also come out, work with organizations. Of course, in ICR system, they are coming out through the Krishi Vigyan Kendra and all. But still, I do believe the scientists in the country will have the opportunity to come out and work with the R&D institutions in the civil society sector, so that they will understand the pulse of the people. They understand what are the problems of the societies, what are the problems of the community. So some of these areas also we need to look into it in relation to our policies. These are some of the points which I would like to mention. Of course, in Mitraniketan, we have a Krishi Vigyan Kendra supported by ICR, in which our scientific staff are doing field level demonstration and on-farm trials. Normally, the lab level technologies are taken to the field, do the field trials and testing. If it is successful, they disseminate in the form of field level demonstration. In the KVK system also, sir, I think these field trials and demonstration, this can be further enhanced, you know. Normally, I am more or less the chairman of our KVK. These staff, the SMS scientific subject matter specialists, they will be searching for technologies. They are actually searching for technologies to identify 2-3 technologies for trials and demonstration. Is as part of their work they are doing. It is more of a, it is not necessarily fully need based, you know. So some sort of strengthening in that system is also required, since ICR doctor is here. That's why I mentioned that one. Thank you, madam. This is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind suggestions. And one of your suggestions for the was the scientific social responsibility. And on that, I would like to highlight that on this year's Technology Day, our honorable minister had released a book that contains the guidelines for social scientific responsibility that could be taken up by the scientists of a country to serve the social needs of the country. So on that part, I think the policies are in making, and we are looking forward to many scientists who will be coming out of their labs and going in the fields and having a we can have a interaction, a healthy interaction between the community. So that was the basic need that was identified, and hence this program was conceptualized in that sense. And with this, and we kind of try to bridge that gap and bring in the communication element, and the communication gap that is between the organization, the field level organization, the scientific organization, and the community, so that we can have a healthy discussion between all of them, and the necessary changes could be made. So as my question to you would be, sir, as you work on a field level organization and you have all the experiences related to implementing the technologies at the field, so what are the possible role of this networking and the cooperative culture in taking science to its heights? And will we be seeing more a growing network of such corporations, or more administrative level organizations are needed? So what is the call from the ground?
It is actually of administrative support is required. These, for example, suppose we take we tested in the lab at the national level. That must be very expensive. Maybe an entrepreneur at the local level, they bring it to the grassroots level organization like us. Then we take it to a, I'm not naming any research institute, but if you take it there for testing, the cost will be very high, because testing means we should do more than once, you know. People will be reluctant, you know. That is one of the one area of collaboration. So I'm talking from this perspective. Then of course, I mean, the scientific support from the scientific community to the field level organization will be good. I do believe that in every organization like our science and society division, there are extension divisions. They should cooperate very well with the community to find out the need. They should come out and work with the field level organization community. Currently, they are working in some places, is working very well. Some other places only inside the lab and all. But if you strengthen and motivate such people, the output will be more. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you so much, sir. So with this suggestion of yours, we move to our next panelist, Dr. S Nagaret Samsa, who is currently professor and headed Department of Communication in Madurai Kamaraj University, and he has more than 20 years of experience in electronic media and the development communication. He has also been awarded with many prestigious national awards, like National Award for Science and Technology Communication, the UNFPA Ladli National Media Award for Social Change, and also the European Union India Media Award for Excellence in Reporting. He is also a member of Commission for Education Commission Communication (IUCN) and also the life member of India Science Congress. We welcome you, sir, on the board, and we look forward to the kind suggestions based on the discussions that we had.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much for the detailed introduction, and also I am very happy that I am a recipient of a national award from a national award for science and technology communication from our Honorable President of India in 2020. So it is my happiness to share this to you. Am I audible?
You are very much audible, sir.
Very good evening to one and all present here. See, whenever I work with people when taking science and technology messages to the people, we think that there is a gap, which that gap will be filled only through the dissemination of information or effectively communicating to the people, so that the Vigyan Prasar or similar organizations' role are very important in carrying out the information to the public. That's what. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are very much audible, sir.
Yeah. Something. So we have worked especially in the rural areas, especially the people of tribal people living in Pachamalai Hills, Kolli Hills, and also Pechiparai in Kanyakumari, and also Muduakudi in Theni district. It is very close to Kerala, where we observe that in Pachamalai and Kollimalai, the two hills, where the same Malayali tribal communities have been living. But we observed that the Pachamalai tribal area, tribal people, had come out a very long way from their tradition because of the exposure of the connectivity of the roads, and also exposure to the tourists they have been receiving, and also they are employed in the farmhouses, where there are so many connections between the nearby towns and other things. They had come out from their own traditions that we have observed. In the similar cases in Kolli Hills, where the same tourist, it is also a tourist place, where the similar activities are also happening. But the Kani tribal people, the Malayali tribal people there in Kolli Hills, they have been practicing their own habits, traditions. They are keeping their own traditions. That's we notice the differences between Pachamalai Hills Malayali tribes and also Kolli Hills Malayali tribes, where the Kolli Hills Malayali tribes are able to recognize their own traditional foods, which is very important for them. The food manifested communication is very, even we can able to identify, noticed in Kolli Hills, but at the same time in Pachamalai Hills, the tribal communities cannot sometimes able to recognize their own traditional foods. So the new exposure to them, new exposure to them, to the connectivity, to the information, to the television, to the media consumption, the mobile devices, everything had been changing their life. For example, we can also segregate two types of tribals. One who is completely dwelling inside the forest area, where there is no road connection, there is no connection at all. Another one is they have been living nearby. They have been living nearby town area, where they have been influenced by many activities. For example, even we noticed in the Kani tribes in Pechiparai, we noticed they have iPhones in their hands. Even they are going for small laborer work. They have the technology. They can able to buy the new technologies, and also they are able to change their lives. At this juncture, this is very, I can say, this is a very tricky juncture where we are, when we have to take message through modern devices to the tribals, as well as the traditional method of disseminating information. The both way can only be addressed. They will be addressed in both ways, through the traditional way of system, because where we are intervened where we can notice that at least 40% of them were illiterate, where we can able to notice. Some of them, some of the literate had undergone school studying, but at the same time, 40%, around 40%, and also 40% also do not have their toilets in their home. So these are all the tricky issues where we can carry out messages to them. And also, if we go with certain messages, in the sense, it must be devised. The message must be devised in order to the community where we are going to disseminate. That is very important. One, we cannot go with massive level operation. We should go with the particular information to the particular community with a particular method. So then only we can able to communicate effectively, and also that communication will also be useful to their life. For example, when we had introduced them few items, a few agricultural devices, technological devices like paddy seeder, improvised ladder, fruit harvester, finger guard, corner weeder, twin wheel hoe weeder. These are all the developments of agricultural scientists, where we noticed that the pre-test and post-test among the tribal communities shows that they had improved to 90%. The improvement was 90%. This is not, I am not saying easily or simply just for the sake of statistics, I am saying. We can able to notice that there is a drastic improvement in their knowledge about the new technologies. Even they can. So if it is helpful, if they believe that it will be helpful to reduce their treasury, or it will reduce the manpower, or it will help them in work more, in the sense they are very much ready to accept it. That's what we had seen. We have developed a small tool for people who are illiterate, where we can show the figures, photographs, pictograms. They can able to understand the devices. That sort of communication still needed. For example, or otherwise we can go with animations. Animation also will be really helpful. That is high cost production. Or otherwise, we have to take a printout and explain them with the pictorial representation. We have to explain them, like posters, pamphlets, and also small pieces of information. Still, really, actually helpful to them to understand the technological advancement. The scientists are there. They are developing certain sort of improvements, but they cannot go extensively to propagate their findings. And also they may have some sort of intricacies when communicating effectively to the tribal people, so that Vigyan Prasar like departments, and also the departments like ours, the Department of Communication, definitely must take in future also, like similar way in the past, to propagate the information of technological advancement of our country. This will really definitely will help in future for the social change and development through science and technology, I believe. This is my remarks.
So that's a very positive news on your part. If we say that there's a 90% improvement in the practices and knowledge of the people while a certain technology is disseminated to them in a particular way. So in that sense, we understand that there's a need for a technology communication on the ground, and With this, we include a question of how to what is the process of monitoring the technological absorption by the community. Like if we disseminate a particular technology, so what kind of indicators are implemented for the baseline study and also for the post intervention studies that are carried out by various organizations to see how much technology has incorporated, like they have disseminated how much technology has gone down deep to the community and how well the community is well versed with the technology, or in any sense they are able to use it.
We observed actually, apart from our questionnaire tool, we had also with the questionnaire tool that we can able to collect a certain sort of information. Apart from that also, we have observed a lot. You might have watched in the previous session also how they had been engaged in assembling the equipment of paddy seeder. For example, if even in one-day training, we can able to demonstrate that how they can able to assemble and deassemble and also fix if any problem arises, so that they are also able learners that we can through the observation we can able to say, and also through questionnaire we can also say. But the thing is, we are introducing them the technology, but at the same time we are not sure that the change had come. We cannot say that, because the change will come only in the massive propagation of particular technology, that through government intervention or otherwise through local panchayat level movements of particular things. This is a sample intervention or otherwise particular cross-sectional interventions we have made. But we cannot say that we had made a drastic change all over the area or district. But we can say that the reality or the reality of technology was understood properly by the people of tribes, so that we can able to see the government slowly move towards people with technological devices improvement, which is mostly needed by them. That's what we have to Krishi Vigyan doing its best opportunity for agriculture workers. At the same time, this can also be applicable to other areas. For example, in the disaster management or otherwise climate action, climate resilience, and also climate change adaptations. For example, the best practices of climate change adaptations must be communicated effectively at the grassroots level. And also best adaptation models must be documented. That's what I have been telling to the agencies and also for the governments and also the general public in general, that the resilience, the capacity of resilience will be effectively used to adapt themselves for getting rid out from the dangers of the climate change or any other disasters. So that this particular science and technology information, they inherently having, traditionally they have some technology, even tribal having technology, their own technology for cyclones, withstanding flood, withstanding drought, withstanding rains, everything they have the technology. How the traditional technologies can also be propagated other terrain places, and also the terrain places also be effectively communicated to the adapting. The natural adapters are rivers, small rivers, but please see that how rivers have been damaged by the public use, so that how the resilient capacity of the water bodies has been reduced, so that the climate condition, the climate change has a very big impact on the public other side. This one government cannot do anything, or otherwise one agency cannot do anything. The whole public must understand that They have to change with the positive mind of accepting new information. And also they must understand the new situation through understanding science and technology information. That we can say.
That is an important message, sir. And in addition to that, going in with the theme of today's discussion, the strengthening of social capital. So, through the awareness programs and all kinds of programs that we conduct, there is a skill enhancement and capacity building at the local level. So, what other kinds of social capital can we cater to through these awareness programs? Like, we can cater to the what we can understand from the discussion is that we can cater to the collaboration part of collaborating with the scientists, and we can also cater to developing linkages between the existing system. Like, there is a small industry the system. There always a MSME part of the system that we in a real life that we cater to. So how can we look forward to catering to all those other kinds of system, and not only working with the scientific community but also with the industrial community and other administrative level community, because while implementing any kind of policy, we have a feedback from the community from previous sessions that they face the administrative level feedback as well, like not so positive, in the sense that while implementing a policy they may face issues from the administration, local administration, and also somewhere if we go about this ministry of skill development, then some of the policies are very intertwined, in the sense that they are also doing the same work as of skill enhancement as some of the scientific institutions are also doing. So how to go about in synchronizing the whole system, and what kind of steps can be taken up at the policy level, so that everything comes in a synchronization way and everything works in a good way.
Yes, sir. The repeatedly, we have to work repeatedly. That is the policy decision we should take. Because if we are if we are working one day and if we are not taking rest next day, or otherwise we are not going off next day, so that the continuous engagement of public will be the very important decision we have to take. Continuous engagement with public with the science and technology information is very important. For example, narrowcasting. For example, narrowcasting to the remote area people, we can narrowcast, and also narrow broadcast, narrow telecast certain information, and also collection of this material is also very important. For example, for climate action, we should have a policy stand. How we can take certain information to the public will be the very important policy decision we should take. Then because we are in the level where government and also the global countries have understood that climate is changing now. But at the same time, where we are now in the sense climate is now changing, and also we have to take a severe action on that. So that communication is effectively needed. So that the policy must be adopted in the lines where the poor, marginalized, and the lower level economic status people must be considered top level, so because they will be the ultimate impact receivers of big, huge events of natural calamities. So that these are all the small things which must be covered through a very big policy goals. That the policy will be the engaging the marginalized and also the socio-economic level people, the lower socio-economic status will be considered when addressing them with the science and technology information. That will be the ultimate aim. Otherwise, we are having abundant information. And also another important policy will be mitigating misinformation and also countering disinformation. Mitigating misinformation and also countering disinformation will be the biggest duty in another 10 years. Please understand that it will be a very biggest duty of every information and communication organization to counter disinformation and also misinformation on every field, from health sciences, from the disaster management side, or otherwise agricultural side, or weather warning, everything we should have in mind that the mitigation of misinformation and also countering disinformation will be the highest priority in policy making of disseminating science and technology information for the people.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable suggestion. And with this, we come to the conclusion of this panel discussion. To summarize the important point from our esteemed panelists, is like one of the point that Mehta sir highlighted was that there is a duplication of many efforts that are done at different departments. So we should make up a system so that this duplication is removed, and all the related institutes should work in a synergy so that only one thing comes up from one lab. A solution which is developed for a particular problem is addressed by all the institutes in a one way, and it doesn't get many solutions in such a way that none of them works. From Raghuram sir, we got a very important model that KSTC has been implementing of the rural innovators meet. That could be the future of the whole country, of streamlining the local innovations that we have at the grassroots level, and giving a platform to speak about and get them validated and standardized by the recognized scientific institutions of a country. Similarly, from Nagarathan sir, the main message that we got was mitigating the misinformation and countering the disinformation that we need to do as a part of the SSR, and that is the main thing that we can get from the panel discussion that we had. We thank each one of you from on behalf of Vigyan Prasar, and this panel discussion has been very fruitful, and all the recommendations and the suggestions will be compiled, and they will be disseminated to this document that is being developed by Vigyan Prasar. So looking forward to more such valuable suggestions and panel discussions. We sign off, and we will come up with the day 19 of Techneev. Stay tuned, stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. For each one of us, on behalf of Vigyan Prasar, I would like to thank you.